All right, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if I sound okay, if you don't mind hitting that number 1. Again, if you can hear me and if the mic sounds good audio-wise, hit that number 1, please. Kevin? Matt? Oh boy. Jamie? Hello, is anybody here? Apparently not very many. All right. There you go. HR, Hoover, Brian. Perfect. Okay. Very quickly, before we officially get started here, for those of you that watch us in the archive, if you want to have something to continue to watch, this is totally viewer supported, and the best way to ensure that the stream continues is to use code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms I use, I recommend. I love Take Profit Trader. I think they're the king of the business and industry, but I do understand everybody's got their different stages of their journey and what they're looking to accomplish. So if you're looking to do multiple accounts across multiple firms, here are some other firms where you can help support the stream. So code CLAY not only saves you money, but also helps to support the stream that you enjoy watching. So it's kind of a good win-win for everybody. For everybody that has used code CLAY, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And also, Take Profit Trader, they are still doing their flash sale of 50% off and no activation fee. Usually it's 40%. That's what it's been for the past, 6 months. So right now the 50% off deal is actually a rarity and something that you still have time to take advantage of. So code CLAY, all caps, get that 50% off and then the no activation fee. All right, well, officially, everybody, good morning. It is Tuesday, May 19th. The year is 2026, and another just volatile day. Even right now, we're looking at a 50-point y-axis. Most days, if you look at the distance between, this number and this number, it's maybe 20. On a very slow day, that number would be like 10. On a super slow day, that number would be like a 5. But right now, it is 50. So as I talked about yesterday, and as I'm going to do a better job today, position size. It is very easy to have your position size get out of whack, and then all of a sudden you can be in a world of hurt. And that's, if you were on yesterday's live stream, that is exactly what happened to me that first trade. I don't have my glass. I got to get my glasses on. I'm going to give myself a headache. I'll go with black today. There, all right. No, there we go. But I thought, no, these are not for vision. These are just for the blue light, so I don't get don't get a migraine. But yeah, how are all your days going so far today? I mean, today was another one of those days where blown accounts probably the norm. Probably if you did not blow an account, you're probably the exception, not the rule, because like I said, 50 when the y-axis, when the distance between these two numbers is 50 points, it is very volatile. I can fix on 2 of these. Oh, okay, so you didn't blow the accounts or anything, Mitmont. That's good. Hit 50%. Hey, good job. Evil was going okay. Yeah, saw that, Brian. You'll be all right. Didn't cook an account yet, but you hit the nail on the head with position size. Yeah, position size. Oh, you did blow them both? Oh, I see. You just manually locked yourself out so that you didn't go on like account tilt and start burning through a bunch more accounts type thing. Got fried. Yeah. And today was just, I don't know. It was weird. It really set the tone like, okay, all right, we're going to be bullish. Now, it's one thing if like the opening 2-minute candle is green and then drops back down, or, maybe like something like this, it goes and then drops back down. But no, this started off, I mean, the opening basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, opening 10 minutes, nice and strong. Even had a pullback here that recovered back up. So it's things like this where it's like, okay, maybe we got some true strength today. And then this pullback here, again, just to show how nasty things are, this pullback candle here was, we'll call it from 35 down to, I'm over 80 points. It's crazy. Hey, Brad. Good morning, Borrow. I'm currently in the arena and not doing too good. Yeah, Wayne, it's these are all very big candles. So, all right, maybe a long down here. I'm watching for potentially like a double bottom. So we'll see if it does, something like this. I don't know if it will. So let's get the question mark in play, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. I have today and tomorrow off from work so I can watch the later. Oh, good. Well, it'd be nice to have you here. Change here. Well, just be aware, change that, and maybe you already know this, but I think with all of prop, I'm not aware of any prop firms that are okay with it. But if you do the bot thing, prop firms will not be a choice for you. So I'm not trying to discourage you from doing the bot thing, but just something to keep in mind. Oh, Lucid lets you use trading bots? I got in a trade on ES and it went from +1 ticks. Yeah, that's that's very jumpy there, TA, for sure. All right, well, it didn't quite go down to this area that I was hoping it would, but there's still time. There's still time, so we'll see if it can make its way down there or not. Oh, I see. Okay, well, that's cool. That's cool. So within those parameters, then it could probably work. Today is, yeah, just a little bit. Just a little crazy. I mean, look at this right here. This tiny little distance between these two numbers. Think about how not big of a candle that would be. Like if I said, okay, yeah, we have a green candle of that size. Okay, okay, we got a little bit of a green candle right. That little green candle would be worth 20 points. So again, watch, be careful of the position size. No, I don't know if, no. I think there's just stuff going on in the world. Bonds are kind of getting squirrely. Of course, Iran stuff continues. And yeah, I think it's just a combination of a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe NVIDIA's playing a little bit of a role into it, but tomorrow, though, after hours will be crazy. Like Fed announcement crazy is my prediction. When NVIDIA announces down 520, only one trade. Well, I say all this, and now we're just all of a sudden just kind of sitting right here, but got to be patient. Got to be patient. This trade actually, by the way, was from last night, so that was not even from today. NQs on like a morning like this, man, those things are either paying very nicely or you are cooked. Long at 665. Nice. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Something right around that general area. If it wants to bounce, great. If it doesn't, well then it is what it is. I don't mess with the NQ no more. So then you do mess with it? I think you probably meant anymore. I don't mess with the NQ anymore. You pulled off the double negative. Well, maybe. Are we just going to be inside some sort of sideways range now? Now, if that's the case, this is still 800. This is still, I mean, over 100 point range. So like that's just kind of okay. All right, let's just. Okay, we are at the 21 EMA. Might try a short here. I want to kind of see how it continues to behave. I was at 0 drawdown, then it wicked back, and I made high and 100. So, in other words, you survive that by the skin of your skinny, by the skin of your skin of your skin's skinny chin chin. Well, good. I'm glad you survived. Right. I don't know. It's just I'm hesitating because if this is some sort of channel, this is basically right the middle of it. I don't know if I want to diddle in the middle. This is a very strong support resistance. Roger that. Okay, I can maybe work with this. Yep, there you go. Bump your head. Bump your head. Bump your head one more time. Go back up, hit that green line one more time. And then I'm going to get this locked in. Come on. Pop up, pop up, pop up, pop up. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Wow, this is still like a 23-point stop. Looking for a short if it wants to come down to that red line. Is Trump still doing questions right now? I saw earlier I saw on a headline that he was answering questions for, okay, I'm in. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh! I think it snapped back up when I was getting out on that one. I mean, 50, I guess I'll take, I mean, I don't have any choice. I'll take the $50, but I think it maybe I was imagining it, but it seemed like as soon as I hit that, it kind of snapped back up and took some of my gains. All right, well. Let's see. If it wants to come back down, maybe try it again. I don't know, it's 4. 4 is still probably a little bit too big, which I understand sounds like, wait, what do you mean 4 MNQ is too big? That's just how volatile today is. Well, if you are beyond tilted, then you should probably definitely not be trading anymore on the day. Hey, good morning, Todd. Waiting for this to see if I'd like to see it bounce back up here, and if it does, I can see myself hopping back in short. If it then wants to come back down. Okay, I will try a short here at the red line. Well, yeah, that's like that's a 28-point stop. That's wild. A 28-point stop. For tomorrow, are you taking into no, I don't really care about the earnings. Definitely. I mean, I'm on the 2-minute time frame. So I'm trying to figure out where I think the price can be in the next 10 minutes. 5-10 minutes. So any thoughts about tomorrow are not anywhere close in my mind. But even tomorrow, I'm not going to really be thinking about. I'll think about Nvidia earnings when it's time for Nvidia earnings after hours. Now, I'm not saying that it's not worth maybe for your strategy think about something already tomorrow. I'm just saying for me, like zero brain power into that. Okay, maybe a short up here. Gonna try a short at the red line. Okay, I'm in. Come on, come on. Smack it back down. Smack it back down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, this will be a green trade now at this point. My stop is slightly in green territory, so I want to see this rejection now. There we go. So like I said, my risk is small green, reward unknown, because I don't know how far down this might want to go. But I like situations where my risk is still making green. So again, my risk, small green trade. Reward, I don't know. I don't know how far this wants to roll over. Therefore, I don't know how much I might make. But there's my next target down there. So come on down. Come on. And I'm about to get stopped out maybe. And stopped out. Okay, well, it kind of sort of worked. Might look for another short here, though. Hey, good morning, NetNob. Hey, Andrew. Yeah, wicks are... Well, that's just... Like I said, this candle here isn't anything like that wick is not crazy. Like, that's actually a very modest-looking wick. Like, relatively speaking, that wick is not out of the ordinary. But the wick itself, because of how volatile it is, was still 95 down to there. Was still a 15-point wick, right? So a very kind of modest, not whatever wick, was still 15 points just for that wick alone. Are you serious? That's crazy. That's what I mean. Again, I'm not just in general. That's why, and I hopefully you guys all know this. There's always two sides to every story, right? So to hear this guy's just absolutely trashing. Oh, I'm sorry. It was actually me that was the problem. Hey, Ryder, Rick. Oh, what'd you do, Kainoa? What happened? Oh, you went short at 735. Went 735. Oh, down here. Yeah, that candle right there is pretty rough. All right. Well, this was a potential range that I thought might be in play, and it still may be in play, and this is just a fake breakout of it. But on the flip side of that, maybe this is the end of this range, and this thing's now getting ready to get a further breakout. As he should, Ty. As he should. I'm $10 over the max. So you got a quick lose $10? Well, not quick, but all right, let's... All right, is this about to be a short? It is, I'm short. Take that little out for a scalpy scalp on that one. Bit of a chase, but I felt okay chasing it just because that's a pretty nice looking situation, but still wanted to factor in that it was a bit of a chase. All right, I will look to... Goodness. Almost a 20-point stop. This is wild. Okay, looking to get short at the red line. I am short. All right, if it's going to just eat through this entire formation, then so be it, but... Would love to at least get that first target hit. That'd be good. Come on. And I'm short. These are my first targets. Got my stop up here. Yes, I had the chance at a scalpy scalp, but I don't want a scalpy scalp. I want to give this thing a chance. Maybe I should have taken the scalpy scalp. We will see here. Not looking so good right now. But it's not over yet. Come on. So far, 50 SMA is doing its job, holding the price down. So hopefully it will continue to do its job and create a bit of a smackdown. Again, holding it is good, but I need it to not only hold, but also smack the price back down. So the smacking it back down is what's, uh-oh. Okay, come on now. Smack it down. Smack it. Spank it. Come on, spank that. Spank the bulls. Spank them. Spank them. Dude, it just does not want to let go. Spank them. This one's about to break my spirit. Wild. Spank him, Cletus. Look at this. It's not like this first target is anything crazy either. Like, it's getting a little ridiculous that I can't even get that first very, very, very modest target hit. Hello? Thank you. Okay, let's make sure this is a winning trade. So stop is in green. There, come on, spank him, Cletus. Spank him down there. Again, let me get that next target. Thank you, Cletus. Spank him, Cletus. Spank him, Cletus. Spank him. All right, just in case it bounced off the 21 EMA, let me get another target right there. So my risk right now is making 17 points. I like that. Risk, making 17 points, reward unknown. Come on, hit that next target. It could very well bounce off that 21 EMA. So I want to at least take one more off there. Well, you know, like I said, my risk is 17 points, so why not go for some more? I mean, why not? Let's go for that one down there. Worst case now, I make 17 points. So I'll let the thing cook a little bit, or I'll go for a little bit more on these downside moves. You don't know who Cletus is? Are you serious? Stop. What do you mean you don't know who Cletus is? All right, I'm stopped out. All right. Well, I haven't quite been able to get anything to really let loose, but that was still a fine trade. Hey, Azaria. My loins got me. Good job. Nice job. Listen to your loins. Good job, Ryder Rick. Down 40 points and then up 40. Oh, so Philly's all over the place. Yeah, I can see how it would be a yo-yo day for people. Nice job, Hoover. Wolf, doing pretty well. Hopefully the same for you. Gary, good morning. Cheryl, good morning. Now it comes back down, huh? Yeah, I know. I could have left my stop up here. That is a more than fair point. But for me, like I said, I wanted to just make sure that it was a green trade, put the risk behind me, and then if something like this happens, well, that's just part of it. Did anybody take that trade? Hey, one steal alone. Did anybody take that trade with me? Get short up around there? TA, you should know the answer to that question, my friend. I've answered that question a million times. A million times. Like I don't have the mental, for my mental health, I just can't answer that right now. That's how often I answer that question. Good job, Sokol. Brad scalped it. This action is some of the worst I've seen in oh, no, I mean personally I love this action. Like I like a y-axis like this. Sure, you got to reduce position size down, but holy smokes! I mean, I'll take this action anytime over like think about it. What 2 weeks ago, maybe last week, when a candle like this would be like 20 points. It's like, oh man, the price exploded. That must be a news candle. And then it's like, well, wait a second. That candle moved in. I mean, this candle, a couple weeks ago would have been a whopping 25 points, but now. So I mean, I don't mind the action. Yes, you can get cooked very easily, but I'd prefer to have more movement compared to less. Seems kind of slow and choppy. Uh-oh, Maddie. Please check your position size if you think this is slow. You might get a rude awakening. Because, yeah. It is anything but slow. I was switching on a pro. Again, the chop suey and the choppy stuff in my mind is not valid because of this. Right now, we'll just take this range. We're like, oh, look how choppy it is from 830 down to right here at 760. This little range is 70 points. So like even if this thing, let's say it's something like, oh man, look how choppy this is. Yeah, but if from here to here, if from here to here is 40 points, and then down here is 50 points, and then back up here is 35 points. It's like, how are you not able to scalp? Like that's plenty of points to make money from. Now I understand if this whole distance here between here and here is like 10 points, 15 points. Okay, that's where things get, because man, the price has got to work pretty hard just to get 5 points, stuff like that. But dude, that's like, I don't know, man. That's why I'm saying I like this action. Because even if you just want to say that it's choppy, well, you could still pull out I don't want to ever use the word easy, but you could pull out a realistic 15 points, even if it's just within choppy action. So some of you dense that apparently like, no, I only want massive red candles or massive green candles. It's like, well, do you have to make 100 points on days like today? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But no, I would not call today choppy by any stretch. But also to be fair, I'm choppy. I'm sure we all have our little different definitions of what choppy might mean from trader to trader. Do we try another short? Chop your credit. No. You get those points. Get those points. Treat it like a debit card, but get those points. Man, I've had, 3 trades already? 3 trades in the first 30 minutes? Not bad. They say it's done this, Sunday? I guess in theory they extend it a bit of time, but I don't think they will. If I was a betting man, I would have bet that they did extend it last week into another week. But at this point, if I'm a betting man, I don't think they extend it. So until like this Saturday or whatever. How did you go yesterday? Yesterday was green. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a rule violation anyways, right? Do I trade after? Nah. Well, depends on how you define after. Like, did I trade after stream yesterday? Yes, that's where this came from. But that was like after the kids were in bed type of trade. Do I keep on trading? Like, I end the live stream and then I'm just still sitting here looking? No, 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 no. As soon as okay, I'll reenact. Okay, everybody, take care. Have a good one. See you back tomorrow. Click, click, click. Off. Hey, honey, I need a smooch. Honey? Yeah. That's so no, I definitely the last thing I feel like doing as soon as I end the stream is to keep on trading. That doesn't like no. So immediately after, I do not. But like after, as I described, a few hours later after the kids are in bed, rarely. That's true, Sex. Right, I am always green. Oh, they're never. I don't even know what red is. In fact, I don't even know what people are talking about when they say red days. Oh, I miss Barbara. I miss Barbara. I don't know what to do with this thing right now. So I'm just watching. We are still, I don't know. Is this truly a breakout of this range or is this going to just be a fake? After the stream, one whiskey, one day. Yeah. No, for me, it's been great the past couple of weeks now. I finish it off and then I head over to the house to work with the guys. So that's been a very nice outlet to just get outside, fresh air. At least 874. What's 874? We'll try a short at 876. Is that the 200 period? That's my guess. I bet that is 876. Let's see. Nope, I was wrong. That's 885. Okay. 8. No, I'm not connecting the dots on where 876 is coming from. I'm not saying that's bad. My two guesses have been wrong. I was then again going to guess, oh, okay, over here on the 5-minute, we have the 50 SMA, but that's also not 876. That is 860. Okay, all right, wait. Okay, good try. Okay, going to try a short at the red line. You have to try out putting in the ductwork for. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do all that sort of stuff. The range is expanding on 5-minute ES. Does this mean? Yeah, I don't know. I've heard of the megaphone pattern, but I know nothing about it. I've never studied it. I don't know. Hey, good morning, Relax. You going for any rainwater collection? Yeah, we used to do that back in Michigan. So I'm sure my wife will probably want to do something like that. Are you putting bat insulate bat? Yeah, the one. The bat. Isn't there something else that goes with it? Bat and baits or something like that? If I use code Clay, will that still give me? Oh my goodness. I don't understand you, my friend. Yes, for the 18th millionth time. And anybody that's just new here, like, that's different. But like, how do you not know that? How many times have I said code Clay, all caps, gives you the same exact deal? It gives you whatever the deal that the prop firm is offering. Code Clay gives that to you. Like, Tia, that's why you are an enigma to me. I cannot tell if you're a serious person or you're just a troll who's constantly trying to rage bait. Like, I would. Here's where I'll give you credit. You have me off balance because I cannot quite tell. Some people are no good in the sense of like I appreciate it when somebody makes it very obvious they're just a troll. But I don't know what to think of you. I don't know. And then you go and you post another code in here. It's like, what are you doing? Well, in what world do you think posting another code in this chat is okay? Like, do you see what I mean? It's like, I don't know what to think. But other times you're like, totally reasonable. So I don't get it. You are good. If you are a troll, you are good. Again, it's not about TPT. That's not helping your argument. Okay, give me a 1, TA, if you can listen. If you're here to listen. Because I've said this 8 million times. So let me make it 8 million and 1 times. At least it was where'd that $110 guy go? Hey, good job, Rambo. Code Clay, regardless. So your excuse of, well, when you talk about take private trader, I zone out. This is why that was not a valid excuse. Code Clay, all caps. With any of the prop firms, whatever that prop firm is, no matter the name of the prop firm, whatever that prop firm is offering deal-wise, Code Clay, all caps, gives you that exact same deal. Yeah, no, I do remember that guy. But he only wanted $10. So yes, Code Clay gives you 50% off and the 0 activation fee. You are something else. So you are a craftsman. I don't know what to make of you. No, it was hashish or kashish, something with S because I was mispronouncing it. Okay, maybe. So I kind of want to get short here, but it's sitting right on top of a pivot point on the 5-minute, which has me a little leery. You're welcome, TA. Sounds good, Rambo. I appreciate it. As always, brother. I have an oh crap. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. I forgot about that one. Thank you, sir. Akash. Thank you, Ramu. Yes, that was it. And then somebody said I wasn't pronouncing it right or something. But yes, that was it. Yeah, so that, very glad I did not go. I was thinking about it. You heard me say, but just to bring a little bit of context, we have this dotted brown line, and that's why I was like, I don't know, getting short right when the price on top of there was a little sketchy. So I'm glad I went against it. Now, if it comes back down, though, that's what makes things a little spicy in my mind. Right now, in my thought, this is the question I've asked myself. Am I justified to be as bearish as what I am right now? That's what I don't know. That's what I'm thinking through right now. So if you want to participate, I am bearish right now. However, what I'm questioning is, am I justified? Do I have enough justification here to have it make sense and why I'm as bearish as what I am right now? And I don't know. Does it make sense to be as bearish as I am right now? Those are the questions that I have swirling I think lots of traders have in their heads. Absolutely, all right. Keeping the West wild. If bonds keep selling off yet. Well, yeah, I hear you. If I was like a sway trader and I was going to hold a position for the next several hours, but like I'm just trying to figure out where the price is going to be in the next 5 minutes. But I do hear you from that standpoint. From a sway, yeah, sway traders might want to keep an eye on bonds, but a sway trader, I am not. All right, TA with the entry. Or I mean with the trade plan. Love to see it. Oh, that's right. You're doing ES. And that was also the weird thing this morning was like zero correlation in the market. NASDAQ took off, and then the ES, so NQ took off upwards, and then ES was just going sideways this morning. Hey, Octo. Well, keeping the West wild. Who was like, yeah, you're absolutely justified to be as bearish as you are. Looking like maybe you're onto something. All right, we'll see. Maybe I'll try a back step here. Yeah, exactly. It was completely not even close to doing the same thing. They raised the free test reset point requirement. Yeah, I think, again, my speculation, I think they're trying to prep and trying to get things into place to get rid of the trailing drawdown. That is my speculation. Yeah, 10 is that where the 10-year's at now? Is 4.6. Yeah, if 10-year hits 5, buckle up, folks. Buckle up. We've talked about this time and time again, although it has been a while. Because, I mean, most people kind of eyes glaze over. But, like, bonds are one of the most important things to watch. Because bonds gauge, I mean, essentially they're like a confidence meter. Because when bond rates go up, it shows that the world is viewing the United States more and more risky, right? Because they're like, well, if I'm going to invest in USA Treasuries, that's actually higher risk. Therefore, I need a higher reward, aka I need a higher yield. But yeah, the 10-year, it is it's doing some stuff. And then mortgages and stuff like that. So I'm assuming mortgage rates are pretty high right now because they're based off the 10-year loosely. So I'm assuming mortgage rates are. Yeah, all right, there we go. I figured it'd be something like this. Looking for an updated headline. Because like I said, this is from Barron's 43 minutes ago. Mortgage rates rise to highest level since July. Exactly. Because the 10-year bond is going up. I was saving to buy a house and changed my mind totally. What are you saving for now then instead? What are mortgage rates right now anyways? $30-year, I'm at what, Freddie Mac? 30-year 6.3. But even that, see, that's, I mean, I think for our first home in Kansas City, granted this was back in 2008-ish, I think we had a little over 6%. But I do understand we paid 110 for that house. So 6% on 110 is way different than 6% on, 220. And because of good old inflation, yeah. Saving to lower my debt. What kind of debt do you have? Feel like a rock star at 2.2. Yeah. But you also probably feel trapped. Well, maybe not, but you kind of are trapped in a sense. But you're not trapped. So hopefully, I'll put it this way. Hopefully you live in a spot where you absolutely love and it was always been the plan. So let me put it this way. If you found your dream home, like this is the home until I die, like I'm going to be buried out back behind the apple tree. Like if you found that house and you locked it in at 2.25, booyah. Well, no, yeah, I understand you can always rent it, but my point is, if you actually wanted to move, well, then welcome to the new mortgage rates, which is why a lot of people are essentially trapped. So like I don't want to be here, but yeah, this 2% interest rate is nice compared to having to go out there and move to a place where I want, but now I'm at 6.5%. See those red candles? That is Europe closing. Oh, okay. So Europe closes at what? 11:30 then, I guess? Hey, good morning, River Rock. We are locked in death home at 3.3. Nice. Nice. Ty. Little dark, brother. 11:30? Well, it's not. Oh, I see. You're saying we're headed into the Europe close. That I'm streaming in a bunker. Nope, just a glorified closet. Is 5G good enough to live stream? Could I live stream with 5G? Does anybody know? My house is paid for, so never moving. Good job. Well, it's kind of paid for. Well, I know I do know what you mean, but like this is why I wanted to get farmland so I can truly say I don't have to do anything, yet everything is still paid for because you still have home insurance and property taxes, right? So you never technically own your home unless you have farmland, because now I could truly do nothing at all. Nothing at all. And my farmer who rents it is paying my homeowner insurance and property tax. So that is what has always fascinated me about if you can find a piece of land that would be cool to build a house on. That's also got some farmland on it. Chef's kiss. I hit about 3 sites just to see who's trading. Cool. As long as the straight signal is strong, I don't see why you can't stream. Yeah, I just maybe sometime I'll pull out my phone and I'll give you like a little tour of like the office. Like, okay, this is what the new office will look like in the sense of like, I mean, it's still very primitive right now. I don't know, maybe they're putting in the windows today for it. I'm not sure. But anyways, because some of you ask, can we get a tour? I'm like, oh, I don't know. But if I had because we're on top of kind of like a bigger hill. So you do get 5G, which is nice. You can just like you can do FaceTime with. Oh, okay. You sound like a good guy. Well, that depends who you ask. Some people call me a jerk. Clay, is it smart to just save up for a home and just buy it on cash? Man, good for you, Alfonso. As somebody who is debt-free, I will always say that being debt-free is definitely the way to go. Like, it is a little, like, it's weird how much money just shows up in your budget, like, when there's no debts that need to be paid off. So, yeah, I do understand that some people are like, well, if you take, like, I get the spreadsheet. I do understand that. But the peace of mind that comes with it, I really like. So yeah, I mean, if that's your goal to buy something in cash like a house, I'm all for that. Exactly right, Rick. You're only a jerk when you call people dumb and dork. Yeah, when I call people by their name, but they set me up for failure. We had a new one yesterday. What was yesterday's? Yeah, bunch of jerks. The people that are like, especially total dork. He's such a nice guy too. So I'm like, hey man, thanks, dork. But that's his name. Well, I mean, right now you should have that money for sure. Well, where's that money sitting right now? Let me ask you that. Yeah, Ding-a-ling. Hopefully he'll be back. Well, again, I'll give him credit. He was just bored. All right, maybe a short hair coming up. Look at the SMA strikes. Look at this, the 50 SMA. And you guys heard me talking about that. Boom, right off the 50, not EMA, SMA. Yeah. I'm like, that's the math I'm talking about, Ty. Like, and that's why I'd never be like, well, that's stupid. If you had a mortgage at 2.5% and you're trying to pay that off, why don't you just go stick it in like, well, right now it would be wild though. Like, okay, so I am not, so let me put it this way. If I had a mortgage and if, it was at 2.5%, well, right now I have some of my money stationed in like, some of these online bank. By the way, deposit accounts. Learn to love this site, folks. Here, this is. Go to this site, and so what you want to do is here high yield savings, personal savings accounts, and then like right there. So like I have an account with CIT Bank. So right now I'm getting 4.1%. So like for example, yes, if I had yeah, this is a great site, by the way. Like it just, so I don't even know. I think they're like a California bank, but like it's online banking, so you can still sign up even though I'm not in California. But anyways, this is why if you keep your money sitting in like Bank of America or Chase where you get like 0.03%, what are you doing? Again, deposit accounts right here. Depositaccounts.com. They go and they they show you who's got the best everything. So anyways, my point is though that yes, if I was in a mortgage at 3%, I would totally not pour anything more into it. I would just throw the money in here at 4% and then, get, net 1%. But that's also a savings account. To take that same money and throw it into an individual stock, it's like, yeah, I mean, if you're right, then that makes a lot of sense. But if you're wrong, whoops. I love SoFi. Yeah. But yes, right there is like that'll probably be the most practical, important thing on this entire live stream. That site right there, if you've not heard of it. Get your freaking money out of the big. And I have a Chase account. I have a Bank of America account for like business stuff. But like, am I going to keep money just sitting in there? Heck no. I was thinking about putting money in treasury bills. Yeah, I mean, for you would just want to keep it in something that you can get relatively, get access to it, right? Because you're going to need it. This is money for a house, not for like your retirement. So like, that's where I don't really like bank CDs because now all of a sudden your money's tied up. Now, obviously, if you know for sure, guaranteed you're not going to need that money for the next 24 months, then fine. But it's one of those things where it's, I'd rather just put in one of those bank accounts. I think Ivy has a real, let me see. Here's another one that I have, Ivy Bank. Let's see. I think they got a really, okay, nope. Ivy is 3.85. This was great though, like 2 years ago when like interest rates were higher before they started to cut them. These were up over 5%. That was so nice. Like freaking cut the interest rates. Yeah. Thanks a lot. You ding us people that are not drowning in debt. Us savers. That's why I won't go off on that tangent. But yes, until I started slashing interest rates, those accounts used to be up over 5%. But still, as of now, my point is if your money's just sitting in like, check the interest that you're getting in your savings account. If you're with a big bank, Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, odds are, unless it's in some sort of CD, you're probably getting like less than 0.5%. Let's see. Yeah. I don't get like, I guess just the power of being a big bank and people just not knowing, but how do they get away with this? Just from I don't mean like they're screwing anybody because, hey, I'm a free market person. If they want to offer this sort of rate and if people want to accept it, fine. So when I say how do they get away with it, I mean, how do people just like keep their money with them? Look at this. Offers an interest rate of 0.01%. What are we talking about? Oh, look, their premier savings account can reach a point. What are we doing? What are we doing? What good. I mean, listen. I'm not saying like making money is easy per se, but holy crap, there's some basic things you can do to make a little bit more extra money. That would be one of them. Do not accept 0.02% interest when you could just go to depositaccounts.com, find a bank somewhere that's offering way more than that. It's crazy. I have a wife who has a shopping problem. Well, you got to just talk to her. Be like, hey, baby cakes, let's get on the same page. Yeah, a lot. Exactly, Tori. A lot of people, like the vast majority of people I come across, they've never heard of deposit accounts. They've never heard. They're like, wait, what? But like, that's what I mean. Like, if there is one thing from the live stream that's probably like the most powerful and practical, it would be what I just showed there. Like, and I don't know how we got in the. Can we get back to trading? No, this is way more important. Trading. We're talking. This is all money, right? We're talking. Trading is about money. Right now, we're talking about personal finances and wealth building. So, and they're not scams, or they're all FDIC insured, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's just consumer education is just lacking. Like people, but hey, you guys are here. You're now educated, so I can tell you right now, you are, as basic as that is, to go to a site like that. I think you are now well ahead of a lot of people out there. Yeah. Talking about, because somebody asked about saving for something. I was like, well, while you save, where should you put it? And I was like, well, you definitely should not have it in like a Chase or a Bank of America. You should go to that site, find one of these high yield savings accounts, and do that. How does Chewbacca live with the little Wookiees? It doesn't make sense. Oh, it makes perfect sense. You're just not thinking hard enough. When I tell people I only use my credit cards and not my debit cards, well, I mean, to be fair to those people, they could be right, but you're not providing them enough context. I think what you probably should tell them is, I use my credit cards and they're always paid off. Like, I use my credit cards for the points, but I never carry a balance. I think those people would be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's smart. But to just tell people I use credit cards, in their mind, they're like, okay, well, are you telling us that you're carrying a balance right now and paying 30% on it? I'm slowly getting into dividend stocks. Yeah, and dividend stocks are fine too, but dividend stocks, they just have a little bit more risk to them too, right? Because they're tied to a stock, which the principal value could go down. Oh, okay. Well, if you tell them that you use a credit card but you don't ever carry a balance and they still think like you're crazy, then yeah, that's just a lack of, like, I guess they don't understand how credit cards work. I think probably a lot of people just think credit cards are evil because they operate under the assumption that everybody carries a balance. But like, you don't have to carry a balance on a credit card. Like, if you pay a balance off, like I always do, to me, a credit card is you're getting paid for being responsible with your money, right? Because if you're always paying them off, aka being responsible, why would you not want to get points and this and that? Like, get paid to be responsible. I really wonder how our account at the digital dollar comes out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just taking it 1 week at a time. Notice today the stock is resetting. Is the stock? What stock? All right, potentially a short here as we approach VWAP, which is the dotted yellow line. So looking for a short at the red line. Finally got my house and everything paid off. Well, Bryn, good job. I think you're going to be very shocked, because I know I was, when you have no debt and none of those payments and stuff, how much money, like, again, one of my life quotes that I go by, Benjamin Franklin, a penny saved is a penny earned. Like, you just created new jobs for yourself. Like, you literally, when you paid off those things, you created a job where you get paid. But the cool thing about the job you created is you don't have to put any effort into this job. Like, you'll just have extra money in your budget now. Penny saved is a penny earned. So, yeah, I hear you. Like, right now, maybe you don't have anything in retirement, but that's just what I'm saying. Good job. You're going to notice quite a bit of extra money in your budget every month now. Just say, like, where did that come from? Oh, well, when I don't have to send it off to ABC or XYZ and I get to keep it, well, that's pretty cool. ZS had a $15 move. Are we talking silver again? Is silver starting to get spicy again? Oh, all right. Well, never mind on that short. Never quite got up that high. I make 1,000. Yeah, and obviously, you got to be smart. Like, you don't just go and buy stuff for the points. Like, I'm gonna buy stuff for the points. Yeah, I pay it off, but I'm gonna buy that just for the points. It's like, well, yeah, but if you don't actually need that, so. Zscaler is stock. Oh, gotcha. Sorry, what is silver? I think silver is ZS too, isn't it? Man? What is silver's ticker? It's ZS, right? Now you're talking wife speak, saving money on sales and earning. Dude, that I 100% have my mom is like the ultimate. Like, the amount of gifts she can find, like, from our 6 kids, and like my parents, they're middle class. But like, she's just such a good like deal shopper. Like, she can stretch a dollar. Like, she'll take that dollar and, man, she'll turn that dollar into like $50 worth of purchasing power. Because she is a wizard. But I also have that in the sense of, like, I love a good deal. I love a good deal. Like, man, I cannot imagine going to a grocery store and, like, if there's a coupon for something, not using the coupon. Why would you not want to save 50 cents? Why? If somebody could offer me a good question of why I would not want to save 50 cents for just using a coupon, I'm all ears. But, like, that's free money. A penny saved is a penny earned. Like, I'm being paid 50 cents to use that coupon. Why would I not want to do that? But that's why I'm also not allowed to go shopping at the Amish store by myself, because my wife knows that I'll come home with way too much stuff that we don't probably technically need. But it's such a good deal. Yes, not. Thank you for always being here. I know you sometimes. Oh yeah, Wolf. Yeah, no, we're on a very good streak, right? Well, yesterday we had some weirdos show up, but yeah, for the most part, we've been kind of avoiding the trolls, which has been nice. I have a 20K account. First day, I'm down 500. Yes, good question, Matt. You have to get up to 26,500. That is your magic number. And anything above that amount doesn't mean anything. So, like, as soon as you get to that, that number, just be done. So, like, if you're in a position and, like, your amount's over there, and like, well, I'm going to hold and try for a little bit more. No, now you're taking on unnecessary risk, because you were risking potentially, the unpassing the account by having it drop below that amount just for the sake of a little bit more upside. But there's literally no more upside. So, yeah, you want to get, in the perfect world, you make exactly 26,500. Now, in the realistic world, usually you'll be, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks over. All my futures trades are CME. I trade 24 hours. Cool. Well, I mean, hopefully you don't trade. Like, hopefully you go outside once in a while, right? Like, you don't literally mean you trade around the clock, I hope. Yeah, just have a budget. That'd be a short sentence. Have a budget. Just like on here, I'd say, what do I ask for? When the lip flappers show up, what do we ask them? Hey, give us a trade plan. If somebody wants to show up and say, hey, give me something short about finances, have a budget. That's what a budget is. A budget is a trade plan. What is oh huh? Does that stand for something, Ty, or did your cat just walk across the keyboard? So are you on the 50K account, Ryder Rick? Oh, I get it. Sorry, your humor sometimes is just too next level up. What happens when I get to 26,500? We'll just start to check your email, and they'll let you know the next steps. Okay, well just okay. So you'll want to lose 400 today then, or else they're gonna adjust up your profit target. So do you know how to lose money quickly, Ryder Rick? So it looks like you need to lose $400. Yeah, maybe. Do we got one rising wedge? I mean, if there is one, I want to call it necessarily an A plus one. No, I'm. You need to lose 400, but some people out there are like, okay, now I got to just go. Hopefully, I make a bad decision. If you have to lose money with 400, go to NQ and do like 4NQ, and then just do this: buy market, sell market, buy market, sell market, buy market, sell market, and then let the commissions bring it down. Then once you get to within needing to lose like $50, then you can change to like 5MNQ, and then buy market, sell market, buy market, sell market, and then once it gets down to like you need to lose like 10, then go to like 1MNQ, and then buy market, sell market, buy market. Like click those buttons as far as you can, and just let the commission slowly erode down. Maybe you already know how to do that, but some people make when they need to lose a little bit of money, they make it way more complicated than it needs to be. Myself included. In fact, way back when, one of the first live streams, I had that problem. And then one of the guys that's been around forever in my private community was like, "Hey, idiot." He didn't call me an idiot. He should have, though. He's like, "Hey, do this instead." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's so obvious." You haven't had a losing day for 3 weeks? Good job. I would stop counting that streak, though. You're kind of on tricky ground. Because what you could find yourself doing is, in the name of the streak, let me try to fix this trade. Crap. If I lock in, if I cut the loss here, if I honor the stop, then my 3 week streak is at risk. So let me see if I can do something here to keep the streak going, and then all of a sudden things can get bad in a hurry. So yeah, I would encourage you to just stop counting any streak, just trade. All right, Matt, sounds good. Sounds like you are within range. Hey, Mazar. First loss is best loss. In what way? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What do you mean your first loss is best loss? Like in the sense of like you at least you get it out of the way? No, I used to I day traded stocks and options for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. Based on, we'll call it 18 years. And then we'll say the past 2 years have been futures. So when I say futures are so much better than stocks and options, I mean, Yeah, I kind of have a lot of experience. And then you sprinkle in the prop firms, and it becomes just such a no brainer thing to do. Don't agreed. Yeah, I agree with don't trade P&L. Yeah, exactly. Good advice. Literally every time I start counting a streak, I mean, yeah, we already have enough voices in our head as it is as traders. We're already battling enough voices. So over the years, I've learned like I'm trying to avoid anything possible to not introduce more question or more voices into my head. Like I don't want the streak voice. Hey Clay, dude, we're at 2 weeks, no green or no red trades. Clay, let's keep the streak going. Clay, I know you should get out right here, but if you do that, then you're at risk of the streak. So maybe just to move that stop down, maybe add a little bit more, and then we can work our way out of this trade, and we can keep the streak going. Like, no, I don't want that voice. Get out. Get out. So, I understand. That's because as traders, you have to be competitive. It's about statistics, all that sort of stuff. Like some statistics, such as win streaks, just who cares? Who cares? For me, if you were able to completely isolate yourself and not have that voice show up, more power to you. But that's definitely not me. Started prop firm last week and passed eval. Today's first I cannot read the market. Charles, that's very impressive that you started prop firms just last week and you've already passed your first test. Well done, sir. Sometimes I lie to myself and pretend I had a bad day when I had a good day. Interesting. And what is the point of doing that is what, to keep yourself humble? All right, I'm thinking about it long here. I am long. I am long. Pretty interesting area on the 5-minute. We have this overnight low right here that I'm trying to see if it wants to get a bounce up off of. Man, that's so wild. I only have 4. It's barely below my entry, and I'm already down over $100. That's just what I mean by how volatile today is. Should probably add more right here. We're right at that pivot point. I'll add if it only comes up to that green line there. Okay, I did add. Come on now. Give me this bounce. Come on. Get up there. There we go. I'll take the little scalpy scalp there. I have not had a good week. Sorry. Well, at least it's only Tuesday, Skeletor, so the week's young. Yeah, sometimes a big win makes you feel like a beast. Got to get humility before you give back. Yep. Yeah, you got to be confident as a trader, but you can't be cocky. Whoops. I guess the scalpy scalp was stupidity stoop. Hey, Martin. Been a while since I've seen you. Went from minus 4,500. Oh, good comeback, Kainoa. My gut is saying to call it a day. Well, you might want to listen to your gut then. Or either that or just fire up another account and putz around. That's not the right word. But, yeah. Or if you really think you should just be totally done, then yeah. I don't know. I do not. I mean, I've heard of Heineken Ashley candles before, but I don't know how to read Heineken Ashley candles. Like I've never studied them or anything like that. I'm listening to my loins to be done. Yeah, well, Skeletor, is that if that's what your loins are telling you, then you better go for that. Good morning, Jimbo. That was an hour ago, and I gave back good gains. Yeah, Neil. That's one of the good things about prop firm. I'm still waiting for my retirement notification. All right, Charles. CBC has this talking show with Judge. Yeah, that's one of the theme songs around here. Listen to your loins when they're calling for you. Do I try another long down here? That's what I'm thinking. I think I might have to. I am. I will. Looking for a long at the green line. Charles Schwab has TV app. Hey, good morning, Acro or Acoro. I don't know why I always call you Acro. That's totally not what your name says. Has anybody seen Anthony in a while? I hope he's doing all right. Again, looking to get long at the green line if this wants to come back down. Just wondering, yeah. Schwab has a link to TraderVate. Yeah, if you're using Schwab to trade futures, I would kind of push back against that because that tells me you're using your own funds, which is a scary, scary thought when it comes to future, especially in this market. The market of Trump tweets, you know? Hey, thank you, Hoover. You mean you just got 1,500 on it, or you mean you literally just got the account? No, I'm not talking to you, Neil. I'm talking to the... Yeah, I lost about 20K in cash. Huh? Yeah. Well, Charles, I guess later's better than never, so I'm glad you finally found prop firms now, because, man, that's a shame. $20,000, that's a lot of prop firms. You could, or prop accounts, I should say, you could have bought. Well, I guess that was stupid on me for wanting it to come all the way down here before getting long. So, it is what it is. People who use your own funds to trade futures are definitely... Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to try a short right here. Looking to get short at the red line. Let's see if it wants to pop on up there. I mean, I would assume so. Skeletor said he lost about 20K in capital. Okay, here we go. Maybe if that red line turns blue, I'm in. I am in. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get down. It's putting up a good fight here. That's got me a little worried. Now approaching VWAP, though. Okay, small loss on that one. I'll take that. But it still worked out, but I'm after that, it slowly went against me. The fact that it came back down and allowed me out at a small loss, that feels like a win in some ways. So tiny loss on that one. I'll take it. Don't buy yet. It's going to retest. It's about to go back down. Okay, Joshua. Don't recognize the name, but brother, we got to see some actual numbers from you. So are you in a trade right now? Or if not, where are you looking to get in a trade? Can you give us 3 numbers, good sir? An entry point, a stop loss, and a target. It's about to go back down. I'm sorry, but that just had me fall out of my chair. Uh-oh, which one? I don't know. I make so many comments. Which one? Because I'll make sure to use it again in the future. Try to knock some more people out of their chairs. Yeah, to be fair, I mean, I guess he was right. He said it was about to go back down, and I guess it did. But like, that's a problem. Without price targets, nobody knows how far down he actually means. So right here, he was right. It did go down. So I guess he's right. All right, here we go. He's got entry 829. Okay, Joshua, he has our respect. He is not a lip flapper, folks. I repeat, he is not a lip flapper. He has officially given some numbers, which is respected. Oh, I'm glad. I like you too, Charles. No, he's probably working. He's a lifeguard. People are swimming. It's about to happen, or you think it's going to happen, Joshua. There's a huge difference in those statements. You think it's about to happen, or it is about to happen, like it is. Hey, total dorks here. Anybody in the Ninja Trader arena? Hey, JP. Yeah, I don't think we have many here that are in the contest. I just need 570 to pass the eval. All right, well, one trade at a time. Okay, Joshua, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to be banned very quickly. Stop talking. I know you're part of the cult. I can already tell by the language you're using. But that's the problem with the cult. Because the cult leader talks as if he knows what's going to happen, it's not a good look. I'm waiting for it to hit SL to enter. Wait, what? What do you mean you're waiting for it to hit? That doesn't make any sense. That would mean the stop loss is the entry. Okay, now I'm officially confused, Joshua. I'm not sure what your trade plan was. You're saying I'm waiting for the stop loss to enter. Well, then that's not the stop loss. That's the entry, which is fine. But where is your stop loss at then? Oh, it's other people's stop losses? Right below stop loss to enter right under my target. Okay, can you please give the numbers again, Joshua? I'm very confused. So what are your numbers? Where is your entry? What is your stop loss? And what is your target? Yeah, right now it's like it's not making sense to me. I'm waiting for it to go under 829. Okay, that's fine. But where are you looking to enter, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I know he said that, but that's what's making it confusing because now he's like speaking in a different way, though. That's hence the confusion, Wolf. Because now he's saying he's waiting for it to go below 829. Again, fair enough, but where is his entry point? Stop loss 800, target 890, enter right under 8. Okay, again, this is okay. This is the power of numbers. Right under does not mean anything. How do you define right under? Do you define right under as 828, 827? So if you could just give us an entry point, we don't have to guess about what does right under mean. Okay, at one point a stop was 800, so he stopped out now, but then he started to backtrack. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what Josh is doing, but one of his trade plans, he would officially have been stopped out by now. So yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on anymore. He seems to be waiting to see what happens, and then he'll tell us, and then it'll probably turn out to be like a magnificent trade plan or something. I don't know. So I'm guessing he's now going to tell us that he saw that it bounced. I'm guessing he's going to tell us he got in at 800 now or something. I don't know. I have no idea. It's about to go up, and I'm probably going to enter. Okay, Joshua. So in other words, you have no idea what you're doing. Okay. Because the first trade plan you gave us has already failed. Do you see why, folks? We need numbers. Because when you just let people say words, like you can't really nail down what they're saying, and they can talk their way into any sort of winning trade. But like when the guy actually gave us numbers, he was wrong, right? He got filled. He got stopped out basically at the bottom. He told us his stop loss was 800. So there we go. Hey, Captain Crunch. This purple line here is the 50 SMA. This pink line is the 200 SMA. I love how I said it's about to go up and I'm going to probably enter. I wonder what that depends on. Big green candle. Yeah, oh yeah, I entered right here. If this goes red, oh no, I never entered, right? Do you see just like the power of the three numbers? The power of three numbers. It's crazy. How can something so simplistic be so powerful in weeding thing and it's just crazy. Yeah, Josh, we tried with you, man. The one trade plan you actually gave us, you got stopped out of. Yeah. Again, he's part of the cult, so like he's just following the typical thing. Lots and lots of words, but never really any numbers. But he did give us numbers, which was nice. Okay, I'm thinking about a long here. Okay, I'm long. I am long. Let's see if we can get a bounce up off this area. Come on. Bounce. Bounce. I know it's hard to see because we're behind those numbers, but yeah, there's nothing I can really do about it. Come on, bounce. Bounce. Hello, Bueller? All right, I don't know. I'm out there. Once it hits my entry. Okay, I think Joshua's just trolling us now. Let's check the time. When did he create this profile? Let's see here. Pretty sure this is just a troll. Oh, he created it on Christmas of 2025. Once it hits my entry, I'm going to enter. I mean, that's definitely a troll comment, right? Doggone it. Agree on 4 evals today. Hey, good job, Crazy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, once it hits my stop, I'm out. So I'm guessing Josh's next reply will be like, oh yeah, it hit my entry at 800. That's what I'm guessing. I'm gonna call it right now. He said he entered at 800. He is given an entry range, maybe not exact. Yeah, well, you cannot call up your broker and give them a range. Your broker's gonna be like, yeah, no, I need an actual number. Can you imagine calling up her broker and being like, yeah, I want you to get me in between this and this? You're going to be like, yeah, but what level? Where between? He's trading while he's driving his Lambo. I'm sure you did, Joshua. All right, we have confirmation. Joshua is just a troll. It's making you a little insane. Well, Evan, that's what I mean. This is a very mental game. Yeah, he's trolling for sure. Yeah, no, we get it now. So per your requirements, Clay, stop interacting with the trolls. And as I've always said, well, I first need to figure out if somebody's a troll or not. But okay, we figured this out. So now I do. I need to just move on and not bother with it anymore. Yeah, exactly. What Prop says. Call your broker and be like, listen, brother, I want you to buy at the bottom. That would be a good prank call. Like to record. Like call up a broker and be like, yeah, my entry is the bottom. Why is trading futures with your own money not a good idea? Because futures can move insanely fast against you. So like right here. I'm not saying this is like everyday type of thing, but right here is somebody from our community that he was just wanting to stay with trading his own money. And yeah, that is his own money. So yeah. Do you know any prop accounts you could buy with that amount? A lot. Yeah, Josh, nobody believes you around here because you have no credibility. A good way to get credibility is just to give us some actual trade plans with numbers, which you did start off well. You actually gave us 3 numbers. That trade plan happened to not work out, but then you just got squirrely on us and you started to just use words and this sort of stuff. And basically you evolved into what we expected. Just trust me, bro. So like, trust me, bro doesn't work around here. You are more than welcome to stay. In fact, you will be respected if you give us three numbers. Even if you're wrong, at least you gave us three numbers. But what is not respected is kind of what you're doing now. Trust me, bro stuff. That sounds good, Captain Crunch. Oh no, Sokol, I'm sorry. Oh, that's disappointing. Yeah, definitely take a break. Don't reset the thing. That's for sure. Yeah, comrade, what other people are telling you, very good answers. Ty, yeah, just I mean hitting the nail on the head exactly. Ultimately, prop firms are a risk management tool. The amount you have at risk is so minimal compared to how much you could potentially get, which is why scam like ROIs are possible. Iced tea with lemon, yeah. Or iced tea with a dog turd, one of the two. Yeah, Tommy Tom, you if you're gonna let something work for you, you definitely better have smaller size. Override that open. Scope for dopamine. Argue with chat until power hour. Promote coupon codes. And pretty close. Pretty close. Yep. Pretty close. That's what. Yeah, exactly. That's why they have rules. All right, we are once again entering up towards this, what I would just call a resistance zone. Beginning of the zone, the pink line here, that 200 SMA, and then top of it, the VWAP. Now, granted, it's never hit the VWAP, but just kind of this general area here. So is this potentially a short up around here? I could see that. Going long here for me, a little scary because it is seemingly a resistance zone. Shorting at 870. 870. Okay, so yeah. So throwaway trash is going to try to anticipate this resistance zone once again, smacking it back down. But I love to see the numbers. Throwaway trash. Shout out. That's a man with some courage. Fourth top is the charm. Yeah, that's kind of what, yeah. Depending on how you, but if we say this is like kind of grouping number one, grouping number two, will grouping number three. So in some sense, like a triple top here. You destroyed that grilled cheese. I need to have a grilled cheese. It's been a while. Short of 4 contracts at 860 as well. Where's your stop at, Evan? Looking for a sell again. Okay, well, you let us know when that sell shows up, Charles, and then give us that stop loss. Yes, sir. No stops. All right. The stop is the account itself. They agree no matter what. Now, good job, throwaway trash. That's always a great feeling. When your risk is, when your risk is making XYZ points, reward unknown. I love it when my risk is making money. Even if it's just small green. I like when my risk is small green. Hey, Fry. That's kind of a good name, Fry Oil. That sounds very unhealthy, but like I shout out for the name. So Evan Messi, are you a little bit on tilt right now? You sound like a trader on tilt. No stops, brother. Either this account goes bye bye or it works out. Not for their Mercedes. Yeah, keep fry oil out of the Mercedes if that's what you're saying. Unless there's leather. No, I guess that leather seats probably wouldn't do anything against fry oil. I used to run my car with fry oil. Ooh, is that a budget hack? Oh yeah, Charles. Yeah, NQ is definitely another level up. All right, we are at the VWAP. Maybe a short up here. Let's see what it wants to do. Right now, did not care at all about the VWAP. On the 5 minute over here, still a ways to go before we're at the 200 SMA, that pink line up there. But yeah, 950-ish could be an interesting area. Isn't that a shame? I just dawned on me. Josh is now gone. We hit Josh with, hey man, you have to give us numbers. And again, what? Then he's gone. It's crazy. It's crazy how, wait, I can't be, this live stream's not going to let me just flatten my lips? All right, well, I'm out of here. Okay. It's crazy. I mean, it makes sense of why the guy does not want three numbers. He went 0 for 1 very quickly, giving us an actual trade plan. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Where do I? Okay, I'm gonna move it down here. There we go. Okay, looking for a long at the green line. Mamma mia! Oh no! Dun 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 dun. My entry, like I mentioned, was at 880. Oh, Charles, bummer. It happens though, man. It happens. This is why I said I didn't trust the short earlier. Yeah. Even though there were 8 shorts that would have worked out, the one that finally doesn't, exactly. That's what people come back and say. See, I told you so. Well, what about the 7 that would have worked out? No. Don't forget about those ones. Told you so. Oh, I thought that was all a joke. A car will actually run on fry oil? I am not a car person though. So like you could probably if you're a smooth talker, you could probably get me to think that a car runs on refried beans. All right, well, is it not going to pull? Okay, that makes me feel a little better. That didn't even pull back to VWAP because I was thinking for a moment, I don't know, I want to try to get long at VWAP, but even if I had decided that, I still would not have been filled. So. Hey, there's the, what kind of, Your nation insurance number? What's a nation insurance number? What's that? First diesel engine ran on peanut oil. Yeah, see, I have no idea if you're kidding or not. Like, I have no idea. That may... I mean, if you had said that the first diesel engine ran on baby oil, I would definitely fully believe that. I don't know about peanut oil, though. National. Oh, it's your social security number in UK? Yeah, that is a very strange question then. When does it... yeah, if I ask... When is your national... Yeah, when does your social security number expire? I agree. My answer would have been the same as yours. I guess it's when I die? Then just drop them an email. You'll have to reach out to them then, Papa. It happens once in a while from time to time. But yeah, if you reach out to them, let them know you used the code. They'll hook you up with it. The 2 TPTs I got with your code are... oh, of course, yeah. Rumor on the street is if you want to guarantee pass your accounts, then code Clay. I cannot confirm or deny. Oh, I don't like the blue circle by the mouse there. Hey, Top. Email them twice. Have you tried the live chat? Right, yes. Code Clay, and you got to like the stream. Yeah, try the chat. A question, Clay. Well, maybe I have an answer. No, I do not use Bookmap. I'm too stupid. There it is. Look at Wolf. Ever since he used it. Like, I take full credit for Wolf. Just simply he used the code. Look, his words, not mine. I'm just saying. Hey, congrats. Knock on the door. Payouts are always a good thing. Very good job. Congrats. All right, we are getting somewhat close to the potential short up here. Again, that pink line is the 200 SMA. And a car run on firewood. Okay. Okay, I'm watching the 5 minute. This is somewhat, I mean, I'm like whatever the reverse knife catch is, that's what I'm trying to do right now. The reverse knife catch. Again, I'm watching the 5 minute because I'm waiting for it to come up and actually hit that moving average. You know, I've only been trading almost 20 years. I still don't know what this is called. I guess I'm trying to catch the top. Is that, I don't know. What is it? What is the reverse of trying to catch a knife? I'm trying to, you know, catch a rocket ship? I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe it is just trying to catch the top. Top ticking, yeah. Come on. Get up just a little bit more, brother. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm in. This is based on the 5 minute time frame. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'll take the little scoopy scoop. It is not coming down. I wanted to see a smoother rejection, and the fact that it keeps coming down and going back up, coming down and coming back up, it's like, it may still come down, but for me, it went into a 50-50 coin flip, and I'm not here to take 50-50 coin flips. Selling the rip? Maybe. I don't know. But I'm not... But like selling just, yeah, I don't know. I think I just call it trying to catch the top or trying to nail the top. Because that's what, like, you're trying to catch a knife, trying to catch a top. But yeah, I don't know if there's a universal language for that. $100 trailing stop. Okay, Vat. That's right, props. Call your broker. Tell him to sell the top. Yeah, even now, it feels that much more like a 50-50. Like, does this want to ultimately reject or not? So again, here's what I was looking at and trying to play the rejection off of. And it still may reject, but at this point for me, like I said, just feels a little too much like a coin flip. Which a coin flip, there, to be fair, no disadvantage, right? It's a 50-50, so there's no disadvantage. But also, there's no advantage, right? And for me, at least, I'm trying to take trades where there seems to be an edge, right? 50-50, there is no edge. You scalped it twice so far? Okay, I might have to try again here with this candle. Okay. Looking for a short at the red line. Stop will be the green. Okay, I'm in. Come on, hit that first target. Come on down, hit me. All right, I want this to be a green trade. All right, this, okay, very good. Okay, stop is at break even. So this, my risk now is small green, reward unknown, because I don't know if this thing actually wants to come down. So risk, tiny green, reward unknown, which I like. I like when my risk is not any more red, but just tiny green. Ah, dirty rat. You dirty rat. Okay, do I try again? I might have to try again up here, folks. I was in a new pro account yesterday. It was above my buffer. But then my pro account was closed when price gone down. Okay, well, I'm going to need a little bit more details than that. If you're in the buffer and then you kept trading your account and then it went down, you must have lost your buffer and then violated your drawdown. That's all I can think of. So, but then my pro account was closed when price gone down. Right? Yeah. Again, without more details, that makes sense. You pushed yourself into the buffer. You decided to keep trading. You took a trade, and then a trade went against you enough where it wiped you out. I like Clay. Always passionate and smart. Well, thank you, Van Love. What a nice comment. That you better watch out. Some would not like that comment at all. Because some people, they confuse passionate with like fear or anger or blah, blah, blah. And then some people think I am a total moron. So you better be, that is a very, I appreciate the passionate. Because the amount of people that, yeah, I won't get on that rant. This man raised his voice. Why is he so upset? It's like, just because somebody raises their voice, have you ever heard of somebody that's passionate about something? Not everybody is adult, like some of these people, they must go through life with like zero passion about anything. Like they were probably the most boring people to hang out with. How was your day today? Oh, it was fine. I went on an internet chat room and somebody raised their voice a little bit. So I got offended and told them to please stop yelling at me. And they were a jerk. And then after that, I ate a salami sandwich. And then I walked upstairs and I asked my mom, hey, Mom, I didn't want a salami sandwich today. I wanted meatloaf. And then I went back downstairs and I played Xbox for the next 6 hours. And then I went online and told everybody I'm a full-time trader because I don't have any expenses. My mommy makes me salami sandwiches every day and meatloaf if I'm a good boy. But I did have to take the trash out, though, which was kind of a buzzkill. But then I got back online and told everybody I'm a full-time trader because, again, I did make $100 today, but given I have zero expenses in life, $100 is enough for me. You legit probably just described someone's life perfectly, which is very sad. It's sad that I think you're right. I don't want to think that you're right, but yeah. So anyways, back to Van. No, that's what I mean. Thank you. Thank you for being able to parse out in your mind the difference between anger and enthusiasm or passion about something. Yeah. Am I enthusiastic about this stuff? I am. Am I enthusiastic when somebody says something that's like, wait a second, like mathematically, I can show you that you're wrong. Do I get a little bit enthusiastic about that? Sure. So I appreciate you understanding that nuance, because holy smokes, as we've learned, there are some people that they just cannot understand that nuance. Mommy, this man yelled at me. He's mean. Mommy, this man asked for 3 numbers. He's not letting me run around just flapping my lips and saying everything in hindsight. Okay, that voice was somebody going through puberty. I realize the voice changed like midway through. Wow, what a move back up though. That's pretty savage. I was obviously not that serious about it because I never took the short, but I was thinking maybe a short. That would have been. That actually is not very good for my confidence because I'm like, holy crap, that was a terrible read, Clay. What were you thinking? Thank you, Carl Roth. Yeah. I like that. I like that definition. When I make the Mickey, I guess that is kind of Mickey Mouse. For me, it was always the I live in my parents' basement voice and eat meatloaf. I took the short, was green, but it came back. Yeah, bummer. I'm not going to call you crazy, Banshee, for that. I can see the short, but man, I think that's what makes this kind of a crazy, because this was looking pretty heavy. It looked like it was wanting to drop, and then right there, poof. Nelson from The Simpsons. Oh no, Jay Keith is back. Mr. XOXL. But I like Keith because he'll give trade plans. Yeah, exactly. Just blew up here through this area and not really acting like it cares about much. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. I appreciate that. The people that forget that this is ultimately entertainment is crazy. Crazy. This is I'm liking this crowd. Man, what did I do to have the algorithm spit this thing out to like rational people? This is crazy. Poor Josh, though. Isn't that wild? It's so sad. I mean, I'm not mad about it, but like, yeah, they just don't stick around. The people that demand on flapping their lips, as soon as you try to hold them accountable, they gone. They gone. Hello, Sadiel. We needs more idiots. No. Hey! Dingaling's here! Dingaling, dude, people ask about you every day. When is Dingaling going to come back? And I keep telling them he's rescuing from people in South Carolina. The dude is saving lives. He's here, folks. He has graced us with his presence. Let's go. Dingaling is in the house. Now, Dingaling, important question. You're not on the job right now, right? Because somebody could be getting attacked by a jellyfish. And you may not know that you need to go pee on somebody right now. So, like, you're not talking to us on your phone on the job, are you, Dingaling? You're on break. Okay. There we go. Anybody that has any questions for Dingaling, here we go. He is here for 30 minutes. And by the way, I am not kidding, Dingaling. People have asked every single day about you. And I'm like, hey, man, he's 17. He's out there grinding. He's a lifeguard in South Carolina. Let the man cook. So right now, if anybody has any questions, now would be the time to ask Dingaling. He's given us 30 minutes of his day. Who's been asking? No, all kidding aside, several people. Even Skeletor had a question. Where have you been? Look, here we go. First question. Did you ever pee on someone to help? I also second that question. Have you ever had a pee? Because I know for whatever reason, growing up, it seems like everybody that went on vacation, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, always has like a story about getting stung by a jellyfish. So I do also echo that. Is that part of the job description? Like when you fill that out for a lifeguard, is one of the questions, are you willing to pee on people because of jellyfish stings? Look at all these questions. I thought it was, I don't know. Is it for bee stings? Look, ding-a-ling, look at all these questions. I'm telling you, people want to know. And the market just continues to grind higher and higher. I told you, ding-a-ling. You thought I was joking about people asking about you. Yeah, maybe, you might need a podcast. Swain. Oh, that would be so bad. Like, I'm putting myself in his shoes. Swain Ace logs. Oh, look. Clay Trader's got the red circle. He's live. He clicks on, and I'm like, all right. Do you ever pee on people? That's the first thing he hears. Oh, context. I promise that actually makes a lot of sense within the context of this conversation. Look at the 5 minute though right now. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 green candles in a row. So we are now 35 minutes in. I can't quite say straight up because there's been these little miniature pullbacks, but a whole lot of green. Oh, keeping the West wild. That's not a bad name for the podcast. You're kind of cooking over there. See, this is where I don't know what to do. To go short seems very sketchy because this thing just keeps grinding higher. To go long seems sketchy because that seems like a total chase. I remember going to Daytona Beach, Florida for vacation and spring break and seeing jellyfish for this time in the ocean. Yeah, I don't know. Jellyfish kind of, I've never been, I don't know. That's why I was, like the Great Lakes. I think that's why those are very nice because there's nothing in there that wants to eat you or sting you. But Clay, there have been bull sharks that have swum. Yeah, okay. Out of the thousands of in fact, it might be millions of acres. Like, I don't know how big one of the Great Lakes are. It's probably millions of acres. But like, okay, if there's like 3 bull sharks in there, I'll take the statistics on that. Well, yeah, BMR Junkie. If you jump in Lake Michigan in February, it'll be cold. Hey, Animosity. It's going down. Okay, well, how are you going to make money from it going down? Sadil, can you give us an entry point, a stop loss, and a target? Because going down really doesn't actually mean anything, brother. But can you tell us how you're going to make money from it going down? So where are you getting short? Can you give us that number? Where are you getting short at? Even in June. Well, June's the beginning of the summer. But even if let's just for the argument's sake, even if it does stay cold year round, life is about trade-offs, right? Is it worth it to swim in water that's a little bit colder, but like there's nothing that wants to eat you or sting you? For me, I'd say, yeah, that's a worthwhile trade-off. How do you get the candle timer? Boom. Whoops. Boom. Right there. About bar countdown settings. Where'd Sadil go? How come he didn't give us any numbers? I just click the buttons when my loins tell me because you are a smart person, Krishar. That's why you do that, because you're smart. Did take a pre-market short. Gotcha, Animosity. Oh, interesting, Dash. That sounds cool. In the future, would you consider using AI in your trading? I mean, I never say never. Do I have any plans of that? No. Oh, CDP. Now I remember the name. Yes. You're the guy with the bot, but are you the guy that would never give us numbers about it? Is that you? You like have this bot or you have this algorithm, but whenever we ask you for actual numbers, you wouldn't give them to us. Is that you? I'm pretty sure that's you. I was wondering, why does that name sound... It's great to have you back, by the way. But I think that now you're asking me about AI. Yeah, and yes, and then you wanted me to like send it to look it over, and I was just like, the best way to look it over is just to give us some real-time trade plans. But like, you never were willing to do that. Is that you? Is my mind right? Is my memory that good? Because you have not been here for months upon months upon months. And okay, that is you, by the way. Like, I don't know. My mind's weird like that. That is you, for sure. NVIDIA, AMD, and Tesla long. All right, fair enough. We are day trading futures here, though. So we are hopefully you're not day trading those things. Because day trading stocks, mathematically provable, is garbage. I live in Michigan, the Great Lakes. Well, I mean, I lived in Michigan for 13 years. I think you and I have a different definition of freezing. As somebody that grew up in the that lived in the Grand Rapids area, 40 minutes away from the lakeshore. But again, freezing, one man's freezing is another man. Like, cold is a very subjective term, right? Some people, right, that's kind of like what Navy SEAL training is, right? Navy SEALs have a way different definition of cold than most people. In fact, that's almost what Navy SEAL training is about. They're trying to figure out, what is your definition of cold? Because we need to figure out if you have an extreme definition of cold. Hello, Nehemiah. Great name, by the way. Again, it's not an argument. It's always been, and that's why I remember you. Like, you think that's an argument. The fact that you think me asking for 3 numbers from you is an argument is mind-blowing. So I'm sure I put you in timeout, because there's no way that with that sort of logic that you did not end up in timeout. Hey, can you give me 3 numbers? Hey, man, I'm not here to argue. I just asked, can you give me 3 numbers? Listen, stop arguing with me. Okay, yeah. You've definitely been put in timeout before with that sort of gaslighting. Holy smokes, brother. Hey, look at this. Fame Greer. We got 3 numbers up there. Shout out to Fame Greer. This looks interesting for a long, but we're still so far above the 21 EMA. I do like these lower shadows here, but... Right, yeah. Water getting up in the... I'll say 50 is pretty cold, but like water getting up in the 60s, especially 65-degree weather, if it's 90 degrees or very humid, that is like perfect. That is what we call refreshing. Like, who wants 80-degree water if it's 90 degrees out? That, like, how do you cool off? I've been watching you since you traded stocks. Like, oh, yeah. A couple years ago, I finally listened to my private community, moved into futures and prop firms, and absolutely love it. Futures are so much better than day trading options or day trading stocks. So much better. And then you sprinkle in futures, prop firms, and it gets even better. All right, I'm taking a swing at it. Short. 15-point stop. If it wants to come down to that red line, I will be short. Thinking maybe a fake breakout here. We'll see. Okay, I'm in. Or maybe I just got suckered in. That's always possible too. But we'll see. I'm looking like I got suckered in. This is what happens when you just try to catch the tops. There's no way I survived this, right? Nope. And I am... Yeah, wow. This thing has just got strength to it. Wow. Woohoo! Goodness. Crazy. Nah, crypto's garbage. Futures are so much better than crypto. Where's that one guy that said it was going down? See, I don't get. It's crazy. You ask people for 3 numbers, and some people, it's like the plague. So the green candle streak is over on the 5-minute, but it came back. It came back with some enthusiasm. So finally, a red candle followed by no. We're still here. The bulls announced. At least crypto goes down sometimes for your shorts. I mean, where have you been this whole time, William? Where I've had many shorts that were winners. Wow, that candle blew you out. Yeah, that was one of those situations where the stop loss feels really good. Sometimes the stop loss is like the most annoying thing ever because you'll get stopped and then it will go in your favor. In fact, that happened yesterday, I think, first trade. But this stop loss here feels good. Did I get you taken care of, Papa Mark? We are approaching these highs from over here. Ooh, look at that. High right there. Is that where it got rid? Oh, Doxol. All right, let me... All right, that's where that... Is this going to be some form of like a double top right here? Maybe. Yes, got it. Good. Glad they got you figured out, Papa. Papa Mark. I'm sorry, calling you Papa sounds a little squirrely. Is oil going down right now? Not really. Okay, I would expected oil to be down a little bit more than what it is right now. What I don't want to do here, putting one MNQ short and see where we go. All right, William. So you are more of a sway trader then. Holding something for the next 4 hours. Again, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying we are definitely different traders. That sounds miserable to me to put on a trade for 4 hours. Hey, Greg, where you been, brother? We trust you, Greg. You have a track record around here. That's okay. If it's a little delayed, your trust me bros are way different than like the guy that shows up out of nowhere we've never seen before with the trust me bros. So we'll accept the trust me bro from you. Cooking accounts, oh boy. Well, this has been a very cookable environment. Well, new hourly candle, maybe we see a retracement. I don't know. I mean, I'm about to say something very, very gutsy here, okay? But yeah, at some point we will pull back. At some point we will pull back. Hey, Leo, I remember you from yesterday. How'd that trade turn out, man? Did you get cooked? How bad was it, Leo? Am I about to get short here again? The yellow line makes sense why it's struggling where it is right now. As we mapped out, that's a previous high. So it makes sense, but is this just trying to sucker me in? You got... Okay, well, Leo, I want you to move it into prop firms now, Leo. Because you are playing with fire. And if yesterday did not... Like, that was like a massive bailout. So please tell me that you're like, you know what? I'm going to go use prop firms now and protect myself with some risk management. Okay, you did not learn. So you are not in a prop firm still. All right, some people, they just need to get absolutely destroyed before they finally will listen. But we can all rest, sleep easy, because we try to help Leo out. No, it's fine. I have her. No, it's really not fine, Leo. How could, dude? This is the human mind. Yesterday's trade proved you do not have risk management. Like the fact that you think you can say that after yesterday's trade that you got bailed out because of the Trump tweet is not like the human mind is a fascinating place, folks. I 100% can say with full guarantee you have very bad risk management. For context, Leo was here yesterday in his own money account getting absolutely destroyed, holding and hoping. And then, yes, there was that huge candle that happened later on from a Trump tweet, which bailed him out. But like he was on the edge of game over. And now that very same guy today is trying to tell us that he has good risk management. Like, brother, we're not, I don't know who you hang out with in your real life. Maybe that sort of rationale you can pull that over, but not around here, brother. I don't think there's an auction today. But seriously, Leo, why would you not? Okay, anyways. Leo, yeah, you do your thing, buddy. When you absolutely get destroyed, you just remember who tried to help you out. Do ya? Are you copy trading them? Total? Haha. Well said. Well said, props. The trend is your trend. Huh? What should I do? I need that money. Prop firms are just too hard. Well, let me guess. Because they have rules, right? This is a, like, you can't make this stuff up. So you're using money you can't afford to lose, yet you're on the cusp of losing it potentially all yesterday. And then, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but like this, anybody with even a shred of experience sees this is a train wreck. This is a slow motion train wreck. And I'm not trying to be mean about it. But I'm also not going to just pat your head on and be like, okay. I also need to be just honest about it. Like it's not, yeah. The trend is your friend. Yeah, exactly. Just buy low, sell high. That's right. There are free prop firms you can sign up with. Oh boy. Nothing is free, right? Google is not free. Facebook is not free. Your data is your cost of entrance. A free prop firm, huh? Oh boy. Why don't you just no, never mind. That's probably a little. Right? Yeah, exactly. Free $500 activation fee. Exactly. No, I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying, like, you definitely deserve to get scammed if you think that, like if you sign up with a free prop firm, like whatever scam that is, you 100% deserve it. See, but right, just to give you a little feedback, Michael, like that's what the victimhood mentality looks like. Look it up if you don't believe me. Wow, you just like to argue. No, my friend, you're the one that likes to argue because you are imagining things. Nowhere did I say I don't believe you. But you imagine that, and now you're saying, do you see what I mean? Okay, we got it. Nobody's this dented. Let's see. When did this account get created? Oh, okay. 219. Yeah, I do exactly. I don't understand your point. You said there's a free prop firm, and I fine. I'm not coming within 500. I'm not coming within 1,000 yards of a free prop firm. There is no such thing as free. Just like there is no free lunch, right? I understand. No, Clay, it's literally free. You don't have to pay anything. Yes, I understand that, but you don't understand what free actually is, right? Facebook is not free, right? When something is free, you are the product, right? Obviously with Facebook, I think we're all well aware of this now. Facebook is not free. You are sacrificing your data. You are paying with your data. That's what you're paying with. Michael, this is the problem with the victimhood culture. Michael is like he's walking down the street and his victim card the victim cards are falling out of his pocket rapidly. Did bears go to sleep? Maybe. They're all too boring with. Yeah, okay, Leo. Okay, I'm at this point I actually think you're a troll. Pretty sure you are. Because everything you're saying in combination with I need this money, and yet you continue to use this money, and yesterday you almost lost it all. Like I think this is just you're just playing a character at this point. Because nobody is actually this stupid. So it's either you're playing a character and just joking around, or you are literally a moron, and I do not think you're a moron. So good job on the troll. So up here is a pretty interesting potential area for a short. We have a pivot point and then the previous session close. So that's up around 29,100. So maybe a short up around there. Bro, this price. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's again. Size down. Leo, I get your character. But like, as people have told me here, Clay, once you've identified a troll, which is fair constructive criticism from other people. But like once you've identified somebody as a troll, you should probably just ignore them a little quicker than you do, which is fair. So that's what like I said, nobody is that dumb. And you're either a moron or you're just playing a character as a troll. So like I said, this will be my last interaction. You can continue to play the character fine, but at least I now know. Michael Cornho. Give me a 1 if I so I know if you're listening to this next comment. Michael Cornho, give me a 1. So I know that you're listening. Is this easy to make that amount of money? No, there's nothing easy about trading. Why? Because the mind is a very weird place. And once you start to put skin in the game, aka have some money at risk, you'll discover that you have a bunch of voices that live in your head. And dealing with these voices is not easy. Do I not just learn the patterns and repeat? Yeah, I mean, you can, but like, that's just way easier said than done. Okay, hey, Michael Cornho, can you give me a 1 so that I know you're listening? I want to make sure that you hear the next comment I have. But can you give me just the number 1? Just give it a try. I'm very stupid. Go for it. Just do it with the prop firm. Sign up with the prop firm. And then you'll see what I mean. You'll start to meet all these voices in your head. A prop firm is a way for you to protect your capital. I hear voice in my head with. I don't get it. Okay, well, If you just go to the link at the top of the screen, it'll explain what a prop firm is. Again, interested in a short, potentially up around here. The voices were the ones that told me to start trading to begin with, though. See? The voices even. So you had voices before the voices. Hey, Danny. Good to see you. Doing all right. We'll see if I can still give you the same answer if it can push up to this level here. But yeah, I'm not touching this thing. I'm not doing anything with it until the price can get up here. What's weird is we just floated up. No crazy. Yeah. I do agree on your point. Nothing huge volume-wise. So it's not like volume has absolutely exploded. And even oil, right? Okay, well that makes... So check it out. Oil is actually curling upwards. So oil going up, but so is the market. Or at least the NQ is. So it's like not even... there's no correlation there. Yeah, well, if you just have to learn to laugh. Like... So, I mean, like, I do want to help everybody, but there are some people out there that their brains are not capable of understanding simple things. Like when you tell somebody there is nothing free, and their mind is literally only capable of understanding, like, money. Like, well, yeah, it is. That thing is free. Like, free defined as no money. It's like, okay, yeah, but there's there's more than that. Like, some people just can't think beyond that. Right? Like you explain to somebody the concept of opportunity cost and they don't get it. Like you tell somebody there's no such thing as a free lunch and they're like, what are you talking about? Somebody bought me lunch. My lunch cost me $8. So they paid for my lunch at $8. It was free. Lunch was an hour. Sure, I could have used that same hour to go make $100, but that was a free lunch. And I would, to the more advanced people, they would say, oh, no. That lunch just cost you $93, right? Because you took an hour to save $7 when you could have used that same hour to make $100, right? But some people's brain, they don't understand that concept. And that's just basic economics. There's no such thing as a free lunch. If something is free, you are the product. Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell somebody earlier. But he's like, no, the prop firm really is free. And I was just like, well, I understand the prop firm is free, but it's not free in the sense of what you just said. Just like Google or Facebook is not free. You are paying, not necessarily with dollars or cents, but with your information. But some people. So anyways, Wolf, what I'm getting at is, don't get upset at the people. Like some people's brains, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because they smoke paint, if they sniff paint or what. I don't know what it is. Like, my physics teacher said that all the time with regard to energy and work. Yeah, no, exactly. Yep. By the way, I'm not saying you should not go out to lunch with somebody, because you could also make the argument, well, Clay, I realize that in that 1 hour, maybe I lost $93. However, if that 1 hour helped me build a relationship with that person and eventually gets me a job where I'm making, instead of $100 in an hour, I'm making $200 in an hour, that was a good investment of my time. I'm open to that too. That's also a possibility. Some people's brains just don't brain exactly. Just went live on prop for the... Is news events the main thing I should look for? Yeah, just check your email every morning. And Take Profit Trader also has a calendar on the dashboard you can check on. But... That is also one of the weird things about golf. Like golf can seem like a waste of time, a waste of money, but golf is like where deals get done, where maybe you can build a relationship with people. So there's also, there's again, opportunity costs. People study that out. There are no free lunches. Which is ultimately why I always say, at the end of the live streams, use code Clay. I'm basically disclosing an opportunity cost argument. Like there is a cost to me being here for 4 hours every day. What does that cost? Well, 4 hours out of my day. That's why, and as a father of 6 kids, I need to be smart with my time. So, but as long as the cost of 4 hours is creating enough where it makes sense, then so be it. So that's literally what I do at the end of every live stream. When I'm talking about if you like the live stream, you want to keep it ad free, you want to keep it moving, you got to use code Clay. I'm not here. I have responsibilities in my real life, so I want to make sure that the cost of 4 days is, I get a return on that investment. Is there a reason the promo is 50% off now? Well, it's a flash sale, so yes, that is the reason. It's a flash sale. Started last week, and they say it will end at the end of this week, which I do believe at this point. But I don't know. Has there ever been a prop firm where they don't extend the first deal? Maybe there has been. Okay, so anyways, for that one dude that I don't remember his name, but was like losing his mind. I wanted him. I was like, hey man, I'm trying to watch. Okay, I need to get locked in here. I'm looking for right here. We have a pivot point in this, looking for a potential short up there. You're shorting at 0.90. Okay. If this thing just blasts up through here, then fine. Like, so be it. It is what it is. But, like, it's got to reject a little bit, right? Just a little bit? A little bit? Like, it's not going to just literally keep grinding up even through this double whammy of resistance, is it? Okay, Charles, we don't use that term around here. Call it a resistance, okay? All right. I've been patient. I've waited for you. Let's see if it can deliver. Dude, imagine if there's just a huge green candle. That would be so dirty. Or imagine if it gets like within a tick and then comes down. I was just kidding about that. No, go back up. I hope you're wrong, Ryder Rick. I really hope you're wrong. That it doesn't just putz around up here, act like it's going to fill me, and then pull back. By the way, I am not looking for any sort of reversal. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. I hate bulls with all this. So you're must be a guy that enjoys going short. All right, I'm going to go up a little bit above it at this point. Was that stupid? Am I out fancying myself? Okay, I'm short now. Come on. Come on. I'll take that. Scoop. Get locked in, boy. Might be going for another one, boy. I could still see this being a... Oh, I got it. Okay, all right. I like it. Go up, and then I'll get short here if it wants to come back down. No, push up. Give me a green candle first. Go green. Okay, that's close enough. Then I can put my stop right here. Nice tight stop. I'll take that. Either reject or it doesn't. If it doesn't, oh well. Nice tight stop. Come on, hit that first target. That would be great. At least hit that first target. Come on. Come on. Come on, Cletus. Spank him, Cletus. Spank him. Spank those bowls, Cletus. Dude. Come on, Cletus. Spank him. Spank him, Cletus. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Dude, this isn't even a crazy target. It's still a 1-to-1, given my stop is so tight because of the setup. But, like, how am I not getting... Dude, you're about to stop me out now. That is ridiculous. Come on. This feels like a total 50-50 at this point now. I don't know. About to get stopped. So strong. Just doesn't even want to... Again, it's not like I'm looking for some huge reversal, but it won't even pull back there. So strong. Come on, get down there and film me. What am I looking at? Thank you, brother. Thank you. Little dirt bag. All right, let's make sure this is a winning trade now. I'm sick of this dirt bag. Sick of this dirt bag. Come down here and fill this next one. Yes, I'm calling the price. Yes, I'm talking to a price made up of millions of people, a dirt bag. Man, and it stopped out. Wow. That's so strong. This thing don't want to go. I'm not going down. Crazy. I like how one stock controls all the movement. It don't care. It don't care. Wow. Clay, it's so obvious. Just go long. Okay, well, give me a trade plan. Let me know how I'm supposed to do it. Tell me where to buy and where my stop should be. No, I don't know. NVIDIA earnings are tomorrow. Wow. Well, I mean, still a green trade, but is this thing just, I don't know. I'm long at 0.72. As in, why are NVIDIA earnings tomorrow? Because that is when the company was like, we're going to reveal our earnings. I kind of want to just get long here just to see, like, is it really that easy? Like, who cares? Just get long anywhere. It'll eventually go up. I'm going to do that with just one MNQ. Okay. Okay, I'm long. Is it really that easy? You just get long. Waiting for a red candle to short. Well, here's a red candle. There's a red candle. There's a red candle. Be careful with just simply waiting for a red candle. Yeah, I do go live every day at 11 a.m. Eastern. It's okay. Yeah, it's pulling back here, but like it'll go back up because this market only goes up. So like we're good. We're good. I'm good. Nope. No follow through? What time frame are you looking at, Nehemiah? I think we're looking at two very different things. Because like to say that the longs have no follow through, I mean, I don't know what else to call this. How is this not follow through on the long side? Again, like I said, we must be. I think we're looking at different things or something. My screen is down here. All right, I'm sorry. But the answer to that question is down there. It's cool. I'm just chilling. This thing only goes green. So, like, no, it hasn't gonna, not every candle is green, but like 5 minute, apparently, you know, you just go long anywhere. It doesn't matter where you go long. You'll just make money. Just got to wait long enough, apparently. How do I set that up in Tradeovate? I don't remember. But I do know this video right here has it somewhere in there. There we go. Somewhere in that video is how you can do that. I kind of want to buy here just because I really do trust in this trend. Like, is this thing really going to be where it finally dumps? Okay, added another one. Added some more. So I'm at 4 now. Like, there's no way this is actually the dump, right? When I hop in. How cruel would that be? That would be wild. I'm going to buy some more right there if it wants to come back up. Dude, are you kidding me? That is crazy. If I told you this was the case, you wouldn't believe me. But thankfully, it was all right here for live. This sort of stuff you can't make up. Yeah, this thing was going green and green and green, and then I decided to buy the pullback, and then that's where it decided to dump. It's crazy. I really do. I'd like to add more just because I really do trust this trend. But like, is this really going to be like, am I going to build a bigger size position when it's actually like a reversal? Like, that would be so not, that would just be, but I'd love to buy more. That's what I'm concerned about, though. Like, is this actually like the start of a bigger move down? Like, this is stupid. You got to be kidding me. And I'm only at 4 MNQ. Welcome to just such a volatile day. Okay, I'm going to add some more there. There we go. Come on. Beautiful candle here in the works. Come on. Push. Blue line is my average. Come on, brother. Please don't be a tease. Push. Push. No, do not reject off of my entry. Let's not do that game. Go. All right. I should still have some, but I feel like that was a gift. But I guess it is just, hey, just buy the dips. Buy the dips. Take break even. Why? I just made money, dude. Nehemiah, I'm still waiting for an actual trade plan from you, brother. Around here, we do numbers. Can you give us an actual number? Like, can you give us a trade plan? Could you give us an entry point as a number, a stop loss as a number, and then a target as a number? Are you able to do that, Nehemiah? And not in hindsight either. Your entry is the resistance. Maha. Well, Frankie, why are you laughing at me? But no, that was not the case, thankfully. I tried to do the opposite of you to see whose luck is worse. Well, I mean, bummer for you, but I guess yay for me. Dude, Nehemiah, I took break even, man. Why'd you tell me to take break even? Look at this thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. Dude's like, uh-oh. Or do we have somebody else? Maybe Nehemiah was, who was that other guy? Joshua? Maybe he came back under a new name. Today is starting to shape up of the stream of the three numbers scaring people away quickly. Nehemiah, where'd you go? Hello? Come back, Nehemiah. It's moving identical with SOXL. Well, then just trade either then just trade NQ, because SOXL gives you zero value if it's trading identically with it. He's ashamed. I don't. It's just crazy. It's crazy. As soon as you ask somebody for three numbers, they go silent. That's weird how that works out. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, today is not a good look for the Old Testament. Old Testament names are showing up, and they're just disappearing. Is Samson up next? Are we about to see a Samson? Maybe we're going to see... Or, who's next? Moses? Elijah? Like, what's going on here? Crazy. Okay, there's John. Okay, John, that's New Testament, though. Sorry, John. Yeah, Caleb, Jezebel. Yeah, we got any Jezebels? Come on, Adam. Where's Adam at? Come here, Eve. All kidding aside, that is wild. Wild. Nehemiah, where did you go? Unbelievable. The three numbers, man, it's such a crazy, powerful thing. It just stops people in their tracks. Cook 2 on this idiotic move. Going long or short? Nehemiah is still here, incapable of three numbers. Good BE. Nehemiah, we would like to know how to make money from this action. Can you give us 3 trade plans? What do you mean good break even? That was terrible. To have taken that at break even would have been terrible because I would have left like 30 points on the table. Short, it can't. Oh. Yeah, no, I can see that, rookie, because, yeah, it definitely did keep going higher. And then let me guess. Your account's cooked somewhere right around here before that drop happened, right? That's usually how it goes. Okay, Aaron's here. Okay. But Aaron, you're not meeting the pattern. The pattern is show up, say a bunch of words, armchair quarterback, say a bunch of stuff, and then when asked for 3 actual numbers, silence. Wait, no. I can just flap my lips. I mean, I don't actually have any numbers. So, Aaron, you are not really fitting the mold right now, but you do have an Old Testament name, so you fit the mold in that regard. So this is going to be the question that probably traders around the world are thinking. Do I buy the breakout or do I not? Perhaps some of you are sitting here saying that. Perhaps I'm thinking that. And perhaps I have to go to the bathroom, which I've been holding this. I can't do it anymore, folks. All right, I'll be right back. Mom still here? Okay. I just wasn't sure if she headed out yet or not. Are you gonna head out? Yeah. Okay. Where's my cursor? There it is. All right, still below the trend line. Still nothing from Nehemiah. Wild. Breaks my heart. The Old Testament breaking my heart. Joshua and now Nehemiah. Vance is speaking live. I don't know. Does the market care when Vance is speaking? It's too slow? You think this action is too slow? Dang. Thinking about a long here. This is looking kind of spicy. Yeah, Vance is talking. I just don't know, does the market really care when he talks? Looking for a long at the green line there. Does he? Vance moves the market too? Where do I set it? Sometimes I have a hard stop, AK. You can see where it's at. Other times I'm using a mental stop where you don't see it on the screen. So it depends, is the answer. Whoa. Oh, there's a nice recovery. Do I try the long here with anticipating break up through? Decisions. You're not worried about the 5-minute candles? I mean, I'm looking at the 5-minute candles. I'm not sure what am I worried about? No. Look at that. Right off of that line. Look at that. Power of trend lines. Goodness. Look at that. Yeah, that was a couple candles ago, though. And the mere fact that that has not really kicked into action makes me think maybe there's still some strength here. Fair observation, though, Johnny. Fair observation. Dang, that trend line is doing work. I bet if I delete it out, it'll just go up through no problem. Kind of a flat pennant forming. I mean, I'm not sure what you mean by a flat pennant, but yeah, I mean, if you were to call this a bull pennant, I would not disagree. I'm still looking for shorts into close. Roger that. Well, I think if anything right now, I'm looking for a long. Oh, boy. Do I hop in right now and try to anticipate the break? I could get a really good entry point, but the downside is no confirmation that it actually wants to go up there. Yeah, I'm going to play it down here. That gives myself just a better stop. Okay, right there. We'll look to... Ideally, it drops on here and then comes back up and then breaks through the yellow line and then goes up like 300 points. I don't think I'm asking for much. All right, Wolf. Love to see it. The 3 numbers. Best to wait for a deeper pullback late. Well, I mean, Skeletor, with all due respect, maybe it's best for you and your strategy, but like for me, you know, we have different strategies, right? Does that make sense? Again, I'm not refuting that. For you, it is best to wait for a deeper pullback. All I'm saying is, but me and you have different strategies. So what would be best for you, probably not going to be what's best for me. You know what I'm saying, brother? Okay, maybe. Looking to get long at the green line. Let's see what happens. We literally did a big sigh and an oh boy at the same time. Oh boy. I don't know. That's bad news for you. Hello? I don't know. I really don't want to get left behind if this thing does actually break. I'm just gonna stay where I'm just gonna stay down here, and if I get left behind, then so be it. All right, I'm gonna outfancy myself maybe. I'm gonna look for like a double bottom right there. And I can just put my stop right there. So basically, with slippage, we'll call it 12 points. 12-point risk. She likes to trend tight in the afternoon on low volatility days, that is. Okay, so how are you going to make money from this, William? Fair enough. You have made an observation that she likes to trend tight in the afternoon. Okay, so are you able to make money from this or no? If so, can you give us a trade plan? Because that'll help us understand how you're going to take this observation and turn it into a practical way of making money. Do you think it's really that easy, John? Like, I wish it were that easy to just watch the bond and then like somehow think that you know you're going to make money from the long on this one. I don't think it's quite that easy. Bank, I like the 50K and the 150K accounts. But everybody is different. Some people love the 25K. Other people love the 75K. Oh, sorry to hear that, AMS. You are not alone, though. A lot of blown accounts today. Today was a very barbecue-like day. All right, here we go. Maybe. I don't trade the afternoon action. Why not? Like you say that she likes to trade or to trend in a tight range. So why don't you make money from the tight range then? Okay, I'm in. See if we can get a bounce. Okay, John, well, you give us a trade plan. I want to know how easy it seems to be to make money just watching the bond yields. I'm about to get stopped out. So where would you go long, John? Where's your stop at? Where's your target at? I'm very fascinated by how it seems to just watch the bond rates. That's all you have to do. Again, I'm open to the idea. Maybe it is that easy, but like, teach me. All right, stopped out. Because right now, man, I just went long and I got stopped out. Well, I understand, William, that's what you prefer. But what I'm saying is you're like making this thing like, hey, in the afternoon, it likes to do this thing. Like, okay, fine. Why don't you make money from this thing that you seem to know that it likes to do? That's my question. Like, I understand you prefer something else, but if you have observed that it does this thing, why not make money from that thing? Sell here and wait for the drop. Okay, now we've moved into New Testament names of people that just say, can you give us numbers, John? Sell here. Okay, where? And then like, where's your target and where's your stop loss, John? These are just empty words. Sell here and wait for the drop. Swing trade MNQ. That doesn't mean anything, John. Numbers mean stuff though, brother. Like, can you give us an entry point with a stop loss and a target, John? Are you able to do that, brother? It was just at 29,100. And buy at low of today. Okay. Thanks, John. Because scaling larger moves. I guess what I'm getting at, William, is you said that with such confidence. Like, your observation you said with such confidence that I'm like, well, why don't you make money from that? So that's what had me confused. Wait for the tap to the moving average line, then enter long. Okay, well, you've given us one thing there. So DAR, okay, you've given us an entry point. So 29,000 would be your entry point, okay? Where's your stop at and where's your target? We need those other two numbers. Dang. Imagine the people that try to anticipate the break of the trend line and then just lost their minds and started to average down. Those accounts are cooked. Oh. Yeah, exactly, Ty. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. That's how easy it is, folks. Boom. Boom. Lambo. Stop. Okay. Again, stop below 28,960 doesn't mean anything. That's why I ask for numbers. Because if you just gave us a number of your stop, we would know how you define below. Do you define below as 1 point, as 2 points, as 3 points? So, like, could you just give us numbers? Like, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but it's amazingly powerful how clarifying numbers can be. Then you don't have to get stuck in the weeds of what does below mean. Okay, John B., nobody knows what you're talking about because you're not giving us any numbers. Like, if you could literally just give us, okay, you should enter here, put a stop loss here, and a target here, and all three of those here's are actual numbers, then we would actually all be able to perfectly see what you're saying, John. But like right now, you're just kind of like, nobody can follow because there's just words, right? Yeah, Mitt. Sorry to hear that. It's I can see how it would be a tricky day for people. That's for sure. Oh my goodness. Okay, everybody that is struggling with just typing up words, look at unkillable soul trading. Look at that. 3 numbers there. He gave us a short entry, a stop loss, and a target. All his numbers. Yeah, I mean, I do understand some trades or strategies require confirmation. We're like, well, I can't give you the number ahead of time because I need to wait and see what happens. That's fair. But like, as soon as you do get in, let us know. All right, just got in at this level. My stop is here. So like in real time is fine because I do understand some strategies require that. Let's see, 29,100 stop, 150 buy. Oh, I see. Buyback. Okay, so what is a buyback? Let's see. 29,100 stop. 29,100 is the stop. No, that can't be it. 29,150 buyback. 29. Okay, I'm concerned. What? I see 3 numbers, but I don't know what the 3 numbers are. Okay, there we go. That's clarified. Thank you, John. Sell 29,100. Okay, so he needs the price to bounce back up. Stop 29,150. Okay. Okay, thank you, John. That makes sense. So you're looking for the price to bounce back up a bit. Do you see? It's so much easier that way. Okay. So John wants to see it short here. I would imagine his stops over the high. Okay, it's quite a bit above the highs there at 50. All right, there we go. Now we have pure clarity. So thank you, John. I appreciate that. We all appreciate it. Now we can see exactly what you're saying. But as of right now, looking like, I don't know if it's going to bounce back up and fill you up there, but we'll see. Poor Nehemiah, though. Nehemiah. So we're sticking now with the Old Testament. John, I thought the New Testament was going to give us an issue, but New Testament. Okay, here we go. Maybe along here at 15. Okay, looking for a long at that green line. It's also the 21 EMA on the 5-minute. Come on. Get bouncing. Get bouncing. I'll take that skip. All right, Connor, good stuff. Look at that, net knob with the number. Love it. Look at all these numbers. Greg with numbers. That's what we're talking about here, folks. Whoops. Clay, how did you refrain from shorting that uptrend? I did short it, and I got smacked in the face a couple of times. Doggone it. Good old hindsight. Well, congrats to the independent thinkers that were like, Clay, I agree with your entry, but I disagree with the scalpy scalp. I'm going to let it cook. Right there, the power of independent thinker. Independent thinking, because you're making money. Every rose has its thorns, just like every night has, or every day has its dawn, just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Such a good song. It makes me cry like a baby every time I hear it. Okay, maybe I exaggerate a little bit there, but like still a good song. Or did I exaggerate? Did I? Or I mean, does it? Does it make me cry like a little baby? Does it? Or am I exaggerating? Hey, Brian, that's a strong comeback there, boy. So, okay, so Brian, did you so I'm curious, like the new pricing system, did you reset it? Or is that just a flat out new account? Probably a flat out new account, right? Because it would be cheaper for a flat out new account. Hotel. Do I take song requests? No. Everything I do has got to be natural. Yeah, but isn't it cheaper right now to have just canceled that out, though? Or no? I mean, I know you did the math, so I'm just curious now. Yeah, no, shouldn't you have just canceled the account and then gone and bought a new one for 180? Yeah. Oh, and you already traded it too, huh? Whoops. Yeah, next week it'll make more sense to do the reset for sure because it'll only be 40%. But right now, 50%. Yeah. Oh well, live and learn. Live and learn, brother. Again, right now for the bigger accounts, do not do a reset because as of now with the 50% deal going on, it makes more sense to just cancel your account and get a brand new one. Next week, though, when it goes back to 40%, then yeah, resets could make sense. Yeah, you got it, Brian. You got it, brother. How long is it to this? I can't remember. Saturday or Sunday? They did extend it one more week. And I do believe that this will be the final week. What is micro and mini contracts? There are just two types of futures contracts. The micros, the P&L adds up way slower compared to the mini. The mini, this number, like right here, if I were to get So like the mini, that number would fluctuate pretty slowly. But if you get up into a mini, that number starts to go up and down very, very quickly. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't sung that one more. Don't Stop Believing. That one makes a lot of sense for some of these positions. I have sung You Gotta Have Faith. Are you going to short the yellow line? I'd probably not. What lot should I use on 25K account? I would say you should start with one MNQ or one MES and just kind of get your bearings a little bit. All right, Wolf. Is there a limit to how many evals you can have at a time? No. Nope. And the nice thing about Take Profit Trader is you could have, in theory, 50 accounts passed and waiting for you, but they are not charging you. As soon as you pass, the monthly fee goes away. So I have many racehorses just sitting in the stable that have been sitting in there for quite a while now, but there's no monthly fee that's associated with them, which is really nice. I hope they never change that rule. What you think of SPY? I think I don't know, Quiet. Are you a day trader? Are you a swing trader? Are you an investor? Right, so what's the 5 accounts about? Yeah, you can have up to 5 accounts active in copy trading. You're a day trader? Well, then stop watching SPY. You are mathematically, if you are trading SPY, whether that's day trading SPY itself or options of SPY, you are literally working inefficiently as a day trader. Correct. Once you get to the pro phase, there are no more monthly fees. That's why I always say aim to pass within the first month. Aim to pass within 30 days. That way, your literal risk is whatever you bought the account for. I should probably extend this line down, huh? Given its track record right now. Ooh, Doxol. Look at this. Double whammy. If the price on this candle were to come up here, I think I have to short that. Like, not only do we have the previous session close, we also have the trend line right there. Like that is a clay face pattern. Clay face pattern. That is a beautiful, beautiful pattern. Options? Yeah, that's even worse. Now you have to deal with theta. So like if you want to kick theta to the curb, then day trade futures through a prop firm. That's what we do around here. Why are futures better than options? The main argument for that from a math perspective is just there's no theta. There is no theta. Now, if anybody here is saying, well, I day trade options, and what are you talking about theta? That's a massive red flag. And what would you recommend, a $50 or $150? I think starting with the 50K account makes the most sense. Now, whether or not you end up thinking the 50K account is the best account to go with, that's a different story. But like starting off, I think 50K is a good account to start with. Didn't catch if someone mentioned it, but it seems like a bull flag. Yeah, I mean, bull pennant, bull flag from a bigger picture standpoint, I'd agree with that. But this trend line here has been spicy, and now it's matching up very, very closely with that area right there. So I'm going to try a short right there. But that's one of those where I got to at least take a swing at it. Will it work out? I'm sorry if you already answered this, Dork. But if you did, I missed it. I know you said you have the 5 150K accounts. Are you copy trading those, or are those just one at a time? No. The leverage you get in... Uh-oh. It's frozen. Oh, crap. Or is it my internet? No, my internet's fine. Uh-oh. Hello? Yeah, okay. Uh-oh. Are you guys still here? And are you guys seeing this frozen up, or is it totally my internet? My internet, I think, still working. I don't see any dropped rates. Crap. I'm trying to cancel this out. It's not canceling out. Okay. So it's not. Okay. Cancel. Get out of here, order. What? Get out. Leave. Oh, boy. Okay, yeah, my trader invite. Refresh it. Okay, let's try. That's a good idea. Uh-oh. F5. I can't even refresh it. Oh, boy. I know I have not been in yet, but, like, I can't do anything. So I don't want to... Okay, how come that's working? Okay, let's try the F5 again. Is anybody else having this go on? Is anybody else's Trade-O-Vape frozen or no? Is it just mine? All right, yep. I'm going to have to do that instead. Okay. Give me a second. Let me log back in here. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Come on. Load up. All right, am I off screen? All right, perfect. Come on, come on, come on. Crap, my order is still there. Goodness! You gotta be kidding me. Okay, I'm canceled. Okay, and it actually would have worked out. I've never been filled, but... Clay, you web-based or download? I'm download. That is, to be fair though to Trade-O-Vape, that is the first issue I've had in a long time. Okay, now I'm a little scared. I mean, look at that trend line though. It's a nightmare of mine. Yeah. Like, again, what was it? A few months ago? I don't even remember what it was. Some of you will remember, though. There was 3 or 4 months ago, there had to have been like a one week stretch where, like, every morning it was just like almost like is Trade-O-Vape about to go bankrupt here? Like, what is going on? But to be fair, that was the first issue I've had, which I would consider a major issue, right? In a long time. All right. So again, I'm a little antsy now. Should I take a... I kind of want to go long here thinking, does this thing finally push through? But... That's true. That's true, Christy. Good point. John almost is filled. Almost got filled for John. Dude, imagine if it does that to John. Imagine if it comes up here, gets that close to filling him, and then rolls back over. That would be savage. That'd be so mean. John actually seems like a nice guy. Don't do that to John. Fill him and then roll over. Unless I get long. Then, sorry, John, we got to blow you out of the water. But I'm not long right now, so I don't have any conflicting interest. Conflict, yeah, conflict. What is conflicts of interest? Yeah, conflicts of interest. Yeah, good call, rookie. Get out of here if you're feeling like you are. Good call on that one. Oh boy. All right, I'm not sure if I should be doing this or not, so I'm going to reduce size to just 2. I'm long. Again, only 2 MNQ, which I'll be very upset about if it does explode up through, but if it doesn't, I'll be very smart. Did I say I'll be? Yeah, I'll feel very smart. But this is just too, like, it's at least, especially I have that luxury today. I'm plenty green, so I have the luxury to take a swing at it. Some days, as you guys know that have followed the live stream for a while, you just don't have the luxury, right? It's been a rough day, or you're kind of barely green. Maybe you're not green at all, and you're like, yeah, I don't have the luxury to take this sort of trade, but I do have that luxury today. So, but I still want to do it responsibly. John, I don't think still has not been filled. Ew! All right, John has been filled. No offense, John, but I sort of want you... Okay, you said your stop was at 50, so we can both still make money here. So right now, John, I just want you to go underwater for a little bit. You know, that's fine. If it wants to go up to 49 and then reject back down, that's fine. I'll take 49 points on it, and that way you stay in by a point. Uh-oh. No. Hey, listen. I'm willing to be reasonable with John here. Put my first target up there. Come on, let's get moving here a little bit. Get up through there, brother. This looks almost like a country road trade. Country road concepts here. I don't know about your shorts now. I don't remember what you had said about your shorts. Dude. I don't know. I don't know if this is... Should I get the road in place? I don't know. It's just... We might have a traffic jam here. Yeah. You mean which lines? Like these ones? Like when you draw your own horizontal line? Trying to get to the gym, but... What? That's crazy. That's a sway trader right there. I'd like to leave, but I first need my 200 points. Yeah. How do I do that? I don't remember. Yeah, save as default, and then you can change the color right there. But then you have to click that, and I think apply. Because, yeah, mine were not yellow out of the gates. 100 points a day. Yeah, some of you, I mean, I get it. I get the allure of being a sway trader, so you can just be like, yep, I got 150 points today. Man, I'm just trying to get my little crumbs here and there. Crumbs add up. Crumbs will eventually build a loaf of bread. I'm just looking for some crumbs here. Give me that crumb. But the fees hurt? No. Depending on who your prop firm is. They definitely do not hurt with at least take profit trader. Doggone it. All right. Well, at this point, I'm very glad that I just went with 2 MNQ. 100 points on MNQ is crumbs. Okay, William, sorry, we're not all as cool as you. What a dent. Who says that? 100 points is crumbs. Okay, you know that you've been... Okay, William, who are you hanging out with on social media, brother? Who has corrupted your mind to literally just call 100 points crumbs? Like, who has polluted your mind? That is the most detached comment I've seen in a while. What in the world? 100 points is crumbs. Holy smokes. Maybe he was just joking. All right, gotta hop out. So on that one, I'm very glad. I feel smart that I went with 2MNQ because I took a swing and it may still go, but it didn't go within the within my plan, so I'm out. Was up 700 earlier, only 200 left. Sounds like a plan to me, self-made. The original short, that's true. That is true. Good call. Dang, that's powerful. That hits deep. My original short was actually what was I doing? I literally had a short like right up here, didn't I? Well, yeah, where was that short that I freaked out about because of the platform issue and then canceled? I think that would have been beautiful. Would I have been filled, Cam? I don't remember what the value was. I think I would have been filled though, right? Oh, you got to be kidding. At 98? Are you? What an idiot. What? So earlier we talked about like the human mind being a crazy place with that Leo guy. But like, I'm just as guilty. Like I literally had the short right there, platform issues, canceled that out, and then decided to go long. Like, I wonder where I bought. Did I buy at... How crazy it would have been if I actually bought at where my short was. What an idiot. The human mind. I am not... I am not excluded. The human mind can be such an absolute baboon. That's hilarious. And like the most... This is an easier pill to swallow and laugh about, given, once more, if I did anything right. There was a lot of stupid there now that I think about it. But at least it was with only 2MNQ. But oh man. Thank you, Cam. Like, thank you for pointing that out. Like, because yes, that stings, but that is helpful too. Because I totally nailed that. Like, I was so right about getting short where I originally thought to get short. But because I went over into baboon mode, somehow I decided to get long. And then, surprise, I had a losing trade. That's crazy. Yeah, Mark, not a bad idea. Now, tomorrow at close, or after close, is going to be like basically a Fed announcement. Like, I guess there's no guarantees, but I am very, very, very confident that when NVIDIA releases its earnings, it is going to be like probably even bigger than a Fed announcement. Like, it is going to get so spicy. There are going to be so many accounts that are cooked, but I'm sure some people are going to do very well with it. No, I don't have any plans right now for the 9:30 start. That was a very not good last time I did that. John is looking good with his shorts, as I would have been with my short. I hope John actually followed through and didn't pull a me. But yes, John, he's looking good. I agree. I would also be looking good, but I decide to just go into total dent mode. When is NVIDIA earnings? Tomorrow after the bell. Well, I don't mean to laugh at you, dummy, but I'm glad that I'm not the only dummy. Well, I'm not the only dummy out there today, unfortunately. I'm not glad about that, though. I really hope to close other positions tomorrow before earnings. Yeah, I mean, if you're in something before NVIDIA announces, I mean, at that point, that's a gamble. Like, right? Because I mean, you are just, please, spike in my favor. Because you could totally be right. Like, I think it'll go up. But the problem is, if it first spikes 50 points against you before going up, yeah, you're cooked. Doesn't matter. That is what, dude. What was I? No, I mean, I can see. I know what I was doing. I was looking at play. Okay, it's breaking out. Can we get some follow through? So I understand what I was doing, but like, no, I had that identified the whole time. That's crazy. Like I had my entry at 98, so I would not have nailed the top, but definitely been filled. Man, yeah, that's crazy. Oh well. The human mind, as I've said, is a fascinating, fascinating place. And I'm not going to talk for anybody else in their brain, but all I can say for me and my brain, like I have a human brain and then I have a baboon brain. And man, sometimes that baboon brain just takes over and I do baboon-like things. And the problem with my baboon brain is it's also dented. So then I become a dented baboon, and it's even worse. Do I try? I think I have to try along here. I will. Oh, crap. Nope. What did I do? What did I do? Exit. I have no idea what just happened. Why did I get long right there? What was that? I thought I was getting long down here. Okay, that's what I wanted to do, but somehow I got myself long right there. Speaking of the dented baboon brain, there we go. Trading makes the mind do weird stuff. That is true. Okay, okay, I don't, yeah. I have no idea how I got. Yeah, anyways. So we've bounced from here a couple times. We have that low right there. So, I don't know, call this a triple bottom that I'm maybe trying to play. So will it do something like that? Looks like you hit buy bid button. Yeah, but I don't know why my order was up here. I thought I was clicking down here. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, this market is very volatile. You know, earlier when we started the stream, that y-axis was up there at 50 points. So it is, like I said, if you did not lose any accounts today, if you had 0 cooked accounts, I would venture to say you're the exception and not the rule. Like, I think today was even more crazy than yesterday, which is saying something, because yesterday was pretty crazy. Maybe you disagree, and perhaps I'm off base on that one. But I think it's a discussion to have. What was crazier yesterday or today? I think there's at least a discussion there. Oh, crap. Okay. How did I? Are you kidding? All right. That's it. Whatever. Again, nobody would believe me if I said, dude, that spike, it basically hit my order and did not fail me. You guys would all be like, sure it did, Clay. Sure it did. That is... So live streams have the blessing and curses. The curse being sometimes, man, do I look stupid. Other times... the proof is right there. You saw it happen. You got to be kidding me. What was that? Every rose has its thorn. Dude, what? Yeah. Hands off. That one gets the. There's a voice knocking on my door, right? Or knocking on in my head. Knocking on the door. Hey, it's the tilt voice. You're gonna let the market do that to you, brother? Brother, don't let the. Hey, brother, you make the market show you some respect. Knock, knock, knock. You cannot allow the market to disrespect you like that. Knock, knock, knock. Just get on the trade. Hey, don't worry about responsibility. Just focus on the respect that the market is due to you. Knock, knock, knock. That's what's going on right now. It's knocking. I know who you are, Tilt. Is this... Mommy, is this man talking to himself? I am. But I'm just giving you the mental battles that I go through so that maybe it can help you out. You're not the only person that has mental battles. That's what's going on right now. Tilt voice is knocking on the door after that. Frank is, I feel bad for Frank. The dude used to just be like, give me the scalps, give me the 21 EMA, let's trade the chart. And he has completely gone down I don't know, like if he started following other people on social media, but poor Frank is like that boy is swimming. Frank is now made out of tinfoil. It's crazy. It's so sad. So sad, Frank. It's just, I mean, he bleeds. Like if you cut Frank, he bleeds tinfoil. And it used to not be that way. Oh, I don't know if he joined the cult. Something happened. The guy used to be a stone cold killer. Just give me the charts. Give me that 21 EMA. And now if you lightly scrape him with a butter knife, he starts gushing tinfoil. Yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to Frank. It's sad. It's a sad, sad song. Every rose has its tinfoil. That was wild. That one was, I have not had something like that for a while. Like those are the entry points that I dream of, right? That everybody dreams of. You get filled and he immediately goes like in your favor. I mean, it snapped up here pretty quick, right? So like no joke. And if you don't believe me, I wouldn't believe me either, but just scroll back and you can watch on the live stream. Like had I just been filled, it would have been like 20 points in my favor before I could even reacted. That is also why you never want to nail the bottom. You want to always nail 1 point above the bottom. Because if you nail the bottom, there's no guarantee you actually get filled, right? Because you nailed the bottom. Like if your order is literally at the bottom, there's no guarantee you actually get filled. So you never actually want to nail the bottom. You always want to nail within 1 point of the bottom. Well, Clay, wouldn't it technically be a quarter tick above the bottom? Okay, yes. You want to nail it a quarter tick above the bottom. But like, just humor me a little bit, you little geek. You dork. Clay, to maximize the ROI, you'd want to be 1 tick above the bottom because that means that you have pi divided by square divided by the circumference equals best ROI. Okay, fine, you're right, you dork. Just cut me a little slack. Cut me a little slack. All right, have a good one, Gary. That's crazy. That's crazy. Clay, about the distance and leverage between... Again, Eli Mark, there is no comparison. Futures with a prop firm is insane amounts of leverage. Like, look at this. For $85, you get 50K purchasing power, which gives you the ability to buy up to 6 NQ contracts or 60 NQ. To see the amount of leverage that $85 gives you, like load up, take a 6 NQ position, and then watch these numbers here fluctuate, and you will be cracking walnuts. Like you will be like, oh yeah, my options definitely don't move at that rate. So it's just, I don't know how else to tell you other than you kind of just got to do it. But like 6 NQs and the rate at which this number moves around. Like, be sure you're wearing diapers or sitting on a toilet, okay? Before you do this, either, like I said, have on diapers or be sitting on a toilet. And you load up 6NQ and you watch. And you'll be like, holy smokes, I'm getting all this sort of fluctuation for only $85. It's not even close. But this is also why you want to do futures through a prop firm. Because the amount of leverage that's going on, it is super dangerous to be trading futures with your own funds. Oh my, you are right. Oil is, okay. Yep, there goes oil. Does that make sense, Eli Mark? My walnuts got crushed on that drop and cooked. Oh, sorry to hear. That was a a big drop out of kind of nowhere. And by the way, I should note, I am not saying to go load up 6NQs on that account. I'm just saying, like, this whole thing, like, well, I think options might have more leverage. I assure you they don't. I assure you they don't. And to just make that very black and white, you could do that. But in other words, please just trust me that they do have way better leverage. But if you absolutely know, Clay, I want to see it for myself. Okay, well then go do the 6NQs. But again, I'm not saying you should actually do that. I'm saying that hopefully you just trust me that it is like that. All right, as it moves its... We're getting a little spicy right now, aren't you? Yeah, I did know that. Oil popping up and the markets didn't really totally... Gold's dumping right now? I mean, kinda. Y-axis here of only 2. On the good gold days, the distance between these numbers is usually like 5. But right now it's 2, so Again, Eli, all I'll say is this. We have had many people that used to day trade options, and then they were like, all right, fine. I'll give day trading futures through a prop firm a try, and they've come back and they're like, holy smokes, yeah, futures are way better. And again, not to mention, even let's just say this to really prove the point. Let's just assume that the margin was exactly the same. The leverage was exactly the same. The biggest thing though is that there is no theta in futures. So that's the biggest thing. We could keep all else equal, but the mere fact that there's no theta in options should make it a no-brainer. I'm sorry, that there's no theta in futures should make it a no-brainer decision of, okay, well, I'm just going to day trade the thing that does not have theta. But with that said, all other things are not equal. You get way better movement and you get way better leverage with prop firms and futures anyways. So that's what I mean. Mathematically, it does, in this day and age, makes no sense to be day trading options. None. Yeah, and that exact. And but if you're not careful, okay, within a prop firm, you'd be fine. But like with futures, with your own funds, you could have like soybeans or oil or gold bars or orange juice show up at your front door. So, but that's all. But that's not what we're saying here. With Take Profit Trader, you would be the quickest you could get to payouts on Take Profit Trader is 6 days. Good question, by the way. Too many people ask, well, how long is the test phase? And it's like, bad question. Because some people, the test phase could be 1 day, but you may not be eligible for a payout until day like 8 or 9. But you asked Eli, you asked the right question. Not how many days is the test phase, but just simply how many days is it until I'm eligible for a payout. And with Take Profit Trader, in theory, if things went perfectly well, day number 6, which is possible. I've had day 6 payouts. I'm sure many here have had day 6 payouts. Oh, will they, Phil? Okay. Well, anyway. Kind of irrelevant here because I'm only advocating for my suggestion would never allow that to happen regardless, because I'm saying don't just go trade futures. I'm saying futures through a prop firm. Day 7 is the best you've done, so there you go. Really, Mark? I would have guessed you would have had some day 6. But hey, if you are enjoying the stream, if you want to help support the stream while saving yourself some money, then code Clay, and it's got to be all caps, with any of these prop firms is the way to do that. I recommend, I love Take Profit Trader. I think they're the king of the business, but I do understand everybody's got different strategies. Everybody's at different spots within their prop firm journey. But definitely if you're a beginner just getting started in prop firms, Take Profit Trader, because of their clean set of rules, is the best way to go. And not to mention right now would be the great time to get started, because Take Profit Trader is running a genuine sale that they normally don't have, which is 50% off and then no activation fee. So like I said, usually it's only 40% off, but right now you get that extra 10%, which makes it pretty nice. So code Clay, all caps, with Take Profit Trader. Any of these prop firms, like I said, whatever the current deals that any of these prop firms are, Code Clay will get that to you. It helps keep the live stream free, no in the sense of no ads, and just quite frankly keeps the live stream going. We had that conversation earlier about opportunity cost and how if I'm gonna, this stream costs me 4 hours every day, right? I have to take 4 hours out of my schedule. That is my cost. So as long as it's worth that cost, and then I will continue to do it because, like I said, I have 6 kids, right? So I have to be a responsible father. I can't just go have a cost of 4 hours and then be like, now if I was a single guy, who cares, right? But I'm not. So I can't be any more transparent and blunt than that. I know that rubs some people the wrong way. So you're only going to be here, Clay, if you can make some money and if it's worth your time. Is that what you're saying? That is 100% what I'm saying. Yes, I owe it to my kids and wife to make sure I'm managing my time well. So Code Clay will make that happen. And thank you. You all have done that. And you continue to do that. That is why this the stream has remained ad-free and why the stream is still going. So if you do enjoy, like I said, you're literally helping to support it. Save yourself some money, so it's a win-win all the way around. But I'm going to go ahead and call it good. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern at the very latest. So on that note, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications because usually I show up early. Latest I'll be here, like I said, is 11 a.m. But if you want to know exactly when I go live, that is where turning on those notifications helps. So on your way out, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be great. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and call it good. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Hit that like button. Code Clay, all caps. Feed some hungry kids. And I'll see everybody back tomorrow.